hope this one doesn't die on us.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Hopefully you can get both. You got someone with you?
I do. I have pulley, but one of the mics is dead.
Well, like,
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 24-25 playdowns at Chaska Curling Club. We are down to the final four of the championship flight between Team Starkey and Team Terran. Looks like Terran won the coin flip, so they're going to start with the hammer. Starkey calls for a center guard. Looks like it's coming down the ice nicely. We are live. I am joined with Adam Poley.
Good evening, everyone.
We are, of course, only using one mic. One of the mics did not take a charge last night, so every night that I do these broadcasts, I hope we're going to have a flawless night, and then we end up always doing a curveball at the end somehow. We got Ken Olsen pushing out of the hack here for Terran. Hits the broom perfectly. Team Terran comes in the championship flight as the #1 seed. So Starkey had the 25 seed. So we have a 1 versus 25 tonight.
It looks like a nice shot. It's going to sit right on the button, maybe a little bit deep. Back 8. Back 12, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like you got to the back 12. So Ken, without hesitation, says, let's go right in front of it. Adam did his job of doing our recruiting. It looks like we have Michael in the hack. Throwing his second of the end. Over on sheet 3, we have Fresh Fish today versus Hellstrom, and they are in the final four for the B flight, which is taking place tonight.
Nice shot. Just got around the guard. Looks like it might be biting. Yep, got full 8 there. Great shot.
Nice shot. Rocks are really curling. Adam and I played last night, really moving. You can see on that one the rock over curled, fully exposed now.
Yeah, they finished strong at the end.
Ken Olsen's asked to do a nice little soft weight hit here. Winners of these games advance to the finals, which take place at 4 o'clock on Saturday. Come down to the Crooked Pint, watch some good live curling. Rumor is there's going to be some drink specials and maybe some food specials. Sweepers are on it right away. Leo Hofmeister, brushing hard. Looks like they're going to hit.
Yeah, got her on the guard. Great shot.
Oh, he did.
Roll in here just a hair.
Wow, I was way off. I thought they were going to nick there, so great shot. Good sweep by Leo. Second in the hack. Looks like is Warren.
I think this is Michael still.
Oh, it
yes,
is.
this is Warren. The Flying Dutchman.
Nice. Maybe looking for, they're going to play one and maybe get lucky and get some action on that back yellow.
That's a great shot.
Yep.
Oh, it overcurled a little.
Did overcurl
Should
a
roll
little.
out into the open.
Did get rid of the yellow.
Got the job done.
Yep, they are sitting shot red. Stu quick to call a soft hit here, it looks like. What do you think that broom is, Adam?
It looks like a 9.95 maybe to me.
Yeah, which I think with this curl, it's a good weight to call. It can be dangerous doing that softer weight.
That
Sweepers
looks like
are on
about
it.
a 9.
Dave
Release from
Merrick
Leo.
sweeping it hard.
That looks like he's got it right on the
Yeah.
nose. Nice shot by Leo.
Really nicely managed by the sweepers. Nice shot. Looks like we have a pretty open first end here. Seeing some nice shots right out of the get-go. Warren steps into the hack. Watching Ken for his second shot here. Looks like they're going to play the same shot. I would think that same about 9-second hit. I don't have my stopwatch. I wonder, do you have yours, Adam?
Yeah, I'm going to use my phone here.
Okay.
Again, it looks like about another 9-second hog-to-hog throw.
Ooh, sweepers are really on it. It may be a little narrow. Let's see if they can hold it.
Yeah, I should get a little hit and roll here. This should be
Yeah,
nice.
really nice. Ken called him off. He liked it.
It's a good shot.
Stu's on it. Yellow is sitting shot. So let's see what Stu decides. He's calling. Yeah, he's going to come around this guard. He's going to try to put some pressure on here in the first end.
Yeah, I like that.
Try to get a steal here.
They're sitting shot as is, so might as well
Yeah, I like it.
come around, load up the middle. Leo's
So-
a great drawer.
Leo Hofmeister, the master of the estate. I looked up his name. That's what Hofmeister means.
I love it.
Yeah. Old name. It actually, there's a family crest. And if I had that, I would love that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It's pretty cool. So Leo,
Looks like good weight. They're off it. Might be a little hot. Ah, that looks really nice.
yeah, nicely judged. Might be back T line, yeah.
That's good. Biting the button. Good shot by Leo.
Yep.
Little room for.
Yep. Ken's going to freeze down to it, so really shrinks up the scoring area there. 100%. So great shot, nicely executed.
So we
Leo.
got Ted here. He's got a little room to come down. Ted Cornier. Must be brothers. We're related to the Michael Cornier out there, huh?
And I know Ted and Ken have played for a while, so I've seen them together quite a bit. So I would have to question a 25 seed behind Ken Starkey's name.
Yeah.
You know, it's just Ken can be deadly. So rock is on its way. Sweepers are pacing it. They aren't on it, but they are intently looking.
Should come right down on top of that rock.
Curling up nice.
Yeah, that's a good shot. Just going to tap that back just a hair. That's a
Exactly
beauty.
what Skipper called. Nice first shot of the game. Nice first shot for, Ted. Get the names here. So we got Dave Merrick in the hack looking at his first shot for the game. Got to call a game of Dave's this week and really impressed with his draw weight. So
Room tells me he's going to throw a heavy draw here, probably just back four.
yeah. Nice smooth push out of the hack. Looked to me like he hit the broom perfectly, so let's see if he's got the right weight. Oh, he's swinging the bat. He doesn't like
a
it.
little heavy.
Well, Leo's going for
Yeah.
curl here.
Yeah,
Might
that
be
was about a 12-second hog to hog there. I think he's
I-
looking more for
Right through the
13-5
ports.
probably.
Yep. All right, so Ted steps up. Might be a little opportunity, but that yellow is really kind of. Well, they did get a push back to that almost 12 foot. So Ken's got some room to stack some rocks in there if he wants to.
Yeah,
So-
just biting the 4 foot would be great.
All right, Greg's here, checking in. So Ted asked to come around the guard here.
I don't know if that's enough room. Let's see.
You always got to like as a shooter when you get that your same shot call on both shots. He made a really nice one on the first one here. Let's see what
This one looks great too. I'm mistaken. That was perfect room.
Yep, and sweepers have been staying close the whole time. Ted's saving their arms. He doesn't even need a sweeper on these.
Two great shots.
Yeah, perfect. Nice pair there. So Dave, a little heavy on his last one, I would assume is going to make up the difference here. Stu's asking for a tap. I like this call.
I don't mind coming this other direction, seeing if you can nestle it right in there.
Yeah, where his broom
You're
was.
protected. If you come from this other turn,
And he's
I like
actually,
to hit though. This is a good call.
All
You
right.
should be able to get him.
yeah, if he hits this on the high side, he's going to get both of them. It's there. Looks narrow from the push, but he did adjust with his arm. Got a curl. Leo's walking close.
Get over
Ooh.
there just a hair. Just a bit
It's
more.
starting to move. They're going to get rid of one for sure, but they did bury that red behind. But all in all, nice shot.
Yeah, great shot.
Yep. So we're going to see Ken for the first time tonight. he's going to start with a draw, which is a skipper's dream. Start a game with a draw.
Ken is the master of draws.
Is he
He's
still
deadly.
Is he still using a stainless slider, or
That's a good question.
yeah? His patent, he always has a step-in slider, but he always used to be on stainless. So yeah, he narrows up the broom a little bit. Ken might be onto something here.
Yeah, they might not be curling as much as they were last night for us. I
So
feel like we were getting 5-ish last night.
we definitely were, but we tend to throw soft handle and get
That's
a
true.
lot of movement. But Ken with the old school lifting of the rock on the backswing, which I love. He looked like he hit the inside of the broom, so a little narrow. He does have some good rotation on his handle, though.
Yeah, this looks nice. They're not touching it.
Sweepers are
Be heavy.
a little high pace for the sweepers. Come down and chip it.
That's great.
Yep. The only fear is now you have Stu Taryn, which Stu, if you don't know, he's got a deadly draw. So he's got a backstop there to plant a yellow right where he's putting his broom, and it's going to be tough on Starkey.
I'm trying to think if that double's there for him. Looks like they're going to just play a draw.
Yeah, the double, you're right. The angle's lined up. It's just that guard you would be skirting that guard.
Yeah.
I think I like this call of, you got Stu Taryn in the hack, so bring it down, freeze it in front of these, and make Ken remove it. Stu does have hammer in the end, so they are having a discussion. Stu even brought in the broom a little bit. I like that. Stu gets his line right from the hack. Great technique. Always starts from the hack. Nice push. Nice glide. Really good controlled release.
Yeah, he's got great form.
Yep. Sweepers are liking it. You know it's good when the sweepers want to sweep, but they aren't. They do jump it now. So let's see.
13-8, hog to hog.
13-8, I would assume we're going to be right.
That's great.
It's a fantastic shot.
Yeah, perfect. Got backing behind it. That's going to be hard for Ken to get that rock out of there.
Yep, and Ken's just he's gonna just come down to it and hopefully just give Stu his one. It's kind of the plan, is my guess. Very experienced skipper.
And a handsome man.
Yes.
Great head of hair. As a bald man, I can tell you, I am jealous and envious.
He does have a
Sharp
set
individual.
of, yes. So he skated down and he talked the shot over with the sweepers, and seems like everybody agreed, so we're ready to go here. Adam's going to get a time here. What did we have on that last one?
At 13-8.
13-9. Ken's out of the hack. Sweepers are gauging it. Ted's thinking he might. It's another good sign. Yep, they are on it. It's curling up nice. They're off.
13-7, so very similar. They should just come back and bump that.
Look at this. He's going to bury it.
Oh, that's a great shot. Just a little nuzzle. Oh, that's beautiful.
And just completely buried. Really good shot. Stu does have he can cover the pin for his one. And he does have backing.
You might be able to bump that back just a bit.
That would
Sit
be
two.
beauty. Yeah. I mean, obviously you want to get your two, so it's just so well buried. It's gonna be tough. I'm looking at it right behind the hack, and he's exposed a quarter of a rock on the other side.
Yep.
So for him to move it to the left is gonna be. But I think you make that shot call, right? That's your
Yeah,
hope.
if he could just get right in there and just bump it over, might jam on that back one.
Right.
But if he could just catch that fin, it might bump it out enough, and then he might be able to.
So what
Just
an
roll a
interesting
hair.
end. We started this end with kind of an open start to it. Now, we're gonna see some points hung up here. So Good start to a good game. Championship fight. Final four between Taryn and Starkey. Winners advance to the finals on Saturday at 4 o'clock.
Kind of disappointed in the lack of creativity in their names, but they're old school. They do it how curling probably should be done.
Yep.
Team names, so everybody can kind of know who they
Definitely. Funny because Dave was talking last night's broadcast about all the clever names here at Chaska, but yep, definitely, professional.
It is.
Last name of the skip. That's the traditional way. So,
They're
sweepers are on
jumping
it.
This rock.
Yep.
They think it might be light. Mine
Yep.
looks fine.
I'm guessing they saw their stopwatch. It looks like it's cruising pretty good. Oh, Leo's going to
going
really
for curl.
dig.
14-1 is what I had there. They should be able to put that in there.
Now, they may have swept the curl out of it. Oh, look at that.
Okay. Yeah, they might have to measure this one.
They quickly pulled that
Yeah,
out.
I don't know who got shot there.
Holy cow, I'm not kidding you. First of all, I was watching that rock come in, and I swear to gosh, that thing hooked 6 inches in the last 3 feet. But then they were so quick to remove it.
Yeah.
It looked really close to me.
It looked measurable to me. On the above us, we have the
I'm wondering if
bird's eye view.
I'm wondering if Stu's guy didn't tick the rock. It
Maybe.
almost looked like Dave may have ticked the rock because
Burned it.
I'm telling you, it changed direction at the end.
Okay.
I don't know. But Ken and Stu had a conversation, and they're talking right now. So they did one red
Which is Starkey, right? Yep.
for Starkey. Yep.
One Starkey.
Over on sheet 3, it looks like we have Hellstrom and Fresh Fish Today, which is, I learned, the hardest name to say
Fresh
ever.
Fish.
So we were calling
That
them.
is tough.
We were calling them FFT.
Fresh Fish Today.
We do have a score over there. Hellstrom's put up 2 in the first, so they are up 2-0. So the first rock at the second end is out of the hack. Sweepers are coming down with it. They aren't touching it. It's a little wide. This might be a nice corner guard for Stu to use. It did reach the paint, so Stu's going to remove it. Keep it open for now. Ken Olsen out of the hack. Hits the broom perfectly. Sweepers are on it. Dave's sweeping hard to keep the line if he can. Rock is sweeping, but I think they are going to get the rock. Oh, they did. Just chipped it out to the wing. Taryn with hammer in the second here, so Ken's going to look to play to the middle. We got Michael coming out of the hack here, digging in. He's getting his line, getting set. He's got his back swing, and here he comes. Looks to me like he drilled his line. Sweepers are on it. It's looking a little light. Sweepers are going pretty tough here. I don't know if this is going to make it. Oh, they did get it. Yep, Ted kind of gave that last sweep. He knew it was there, so nice center guard. Stu's going to come around it. Ignore that one out in the wing. He's just going to come around the center guard. It's a lot of broom. Or is he playing? Never mind. Yes, sorry. It's way too much broom. Nice out-turn hit. Looks like it does need to curl up. They are going to get it. Looks like they are going to get a nice little nose hit here. Oh, they are going to lose their shooter.
Good weight there, 9.7, 9.8.
Warren stepping into the hack. He's going to be asked to use that guard and bury behind it if he can.
Should let everybody know we got Paul Moline with us here right now.
Yeah, got a little special guest here.
Feel free to join us, Paul, whenever.
You know, enjoying a nice, or I should say a nice, looks like a stout down here at the Crooked Pint. Great spot to enjoy a pint and watch some curling. Warren's out of the hack. Rock is on its way. Sweepers are liking it, staying close. They haven't touched it yet, but they are jumping in now.
A bit down.
Typically a good sign when they're just staying by it like
Should
that.
be top 12 here.
Ted's really working it for weight. Yep, they did get a nibbler. So
Yeah, a little nibbler.
yeah. So once again, we got the 1 seed Terran against the 25 seed Starkey. It's funny, in our bracket, we were playing in the C bracket. Last night we played our final 4, and we had the 1, 2, 3, and 4 seed playing last night. Do you want another one?
Yeah, I'd love another.
Yeah, I'm
Thank
good
you.
right now. Thank you. Just getting our Eamon juice in us. Watching curling, you know, you have to have beer.
This looks like nice weight out of Leo. This should be able to 14.84. This should be top 8.
Sweepers are on it, trying to drag it as far as they can.
It's a nice shot.
Yep, nicely managed. Good team shot right there. Warren's looking for his second here. Ken's going to play this hit. He's not going to ignore this yellow. After this end, I'm going to go and check on that other microphone, Adam.
Sounds good.
We are down to 1 mic. So far, we are like 0 for 5 on broadcast of actually having 2 working mics. But you know what, people? We're doing it. And we are almost to the finals.
This looks like it's going to be a great shot. Should be right on the nose. Maybe a little roll out.
Yeah, they may lose the shooter, but it is soft enough weight, yes. And that's the real importance of playing that soft weight, is keeping your shooter. You know, everybody has that urge to throw it hard, but it's really keeping your shooter around is so key.
Yeah.
So
great control weight.
Starkey's got 2 in the house above the tee line. He's looking like he's in pretty good shape.
I'm guessing he's looking for control weight here. Just come across the nose and roll in.
Yep, Stu's looking to get a nice hidden roll to really start their end.
This looks a little heavy.
Maybe a little out.
More like a 9-second, I'm guessing.
Stu or Leo's really staring it down.
Yeah, about 10-second weight there.
Once again, got the object rock.
Yep.
They wanted to roll under. But second end, Leo was asked to throw some draws in the first, so knowing Leo, he's just going to fine-tune it and get a little bit more sharper as we go here. Seeing all these emergency vehicles go by the players' lounge. Hope everything's all right. I've seen a ton of ambulances. Ken looking to come around his now really established center guards. He has a 2-guard and 1 in the top 12 completely buried. So Ted's asked to come around.
Did 2 great shots in that first end. He's able to draw them both to the button.
Yeah, I was
He's
just
clearly dialed.
good point, because I was going to say he threw 2 draws in the first, so let's see if the second end tricks him on the speed a little bit. It always does at Chaska. Sweepers are on it hard.
I think this is a bit narrow.
Yeah, maybe because it is a little light, because sweepers were on it right away. Big ball off the sweep.
That's fine. Just a little nuzzle. Thank you, Emma.
And they do open up that one on the top 12, so like a shark in water, Stu is ready to go. He's communicating with Dave what turn he likes. They decide they settle on the out turn. Adam, what do you think? I can't see the broom. About another 10
looks
seconds.
like, I'd say 10.5.
So a nice little control weight, keep your shooter around.
Good control. They're
Sweep.
jumping it. They might think it's narrow.
Ken Olson's on it. I think they can hold it all day.
I think it's fine if he takes that top guard, though. It opens it up, but if he gets it around it, great.
Yep. Nice. Oh, they
That's
did
fine.
tick. Yep.
That opens it up for a nice, easy hit here. It's going to force Ken to throw another guard on that.
Yep. Yep. No damage done there. It really, now Stu has something that he can hit and roll and go under to. So Ted's asked to, let's see, I didn't see the shot call. Is he playing a tick?
Trying to figure it out. We played a little bump, split it up.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a great call.
Yeah, ticket. kind of this is speaking of Paul Moline. I was watching Paul this season. Paul really got pretty good at that tick shot.
Yeah, he did.
So it's a deadly shot in curling, and of course now the rules are changing away from tick shots, but at our club we can still play them.
We do what we want here.
Yep.
He's looking for back four weight, I think, just a heavy draw.
Yeah, I love the shot call. Why not? You know, technically when you're trying to steal, you don't really want to play to the wing, but the guards are set up to now. So Ted's looking at it. He kind of gave a shrug. Sweepers are on
I
it.
think this is going to come across the nose here, so he might get a different angle.
Yep. Which really is fine too. Ken called him off, so he's just going to bury
Should be
it.
back 8 here, but buried behind the guard.
It's just curling so much now. It is fully exposed back there. See what Stu decides to do. He could maybe try to freeze to that to generate a deuce. He's got 3 rocks left, so I'm not opposed to just opening it up. Yep, and that's what he's going for. Get rid of that top 12.
As usual with club curling, it generally takes about 2-3 ends for teams to really figure out the ice. That's what we noticed last night in our game. Both teams kind of struggled a little bit early. We weren't making all our shots, and then around the third, fourth, we started. Both teams started dialing in a little bit. That's a great shot.
Yep.
Mike? Nope, not going to get the double. That was a great shot there.
So Dave Merrick asked to get rid of it, and he succeeds. So Starkey has to deal with it. He's going to. Stu is hammer, so correct? Yes. Stu is hammer, and he has a wide open draw to the button at this point. So nothing to freak out, but he does want to get his 2.
I got to say, I like this new look that Merrick's got going on with the ponytail. I believe he retired a year or so ago, and he's got the retired look. It's great.
Yep.
Growing the hair out, little ponytail.
Well,
Looks like he's enjoying life.
He's got it up tonight. I think the first time I called, he actually kind of had it down. So
Yeah.
We were talking about that during that game. Maybe it's a mood. Like, maybe if it's up, he knows he's going to be playing a lot of hits.
As long as he never pulls off the man bun, I'm fine with it.
No, Dave, once again, great guy. Really enjoyed his call last night. So sweepers are on it. Ken seemed to drill it right on the nose.
Making a baby roll.
It does bite, and he's buried. He's got 2 rocks pretty much buried. Stu does have a freeze back there. Could come right. I think he's looking at it. Yeah, he did point to. I think at this point it's probably the best way to generate it too. I like Dave's broom. Keep it in front of the tee. I don't know, unless you just start coming around those 2 red guards, but Ken can just follow it right down.
Stu's a big fan of big red gum. You guys always got the big red going on out there.
Okay. So what do you think they're calling? Are they calling the freeze here or down to it? Or
I'm guessing that is the call, yeah. I think just come down.
It's an interesting
sit
way
shot.
that Stu just got his line. How he's way out there. Well, it's just he got his line from out in front of the house.
Okay.
I'm so like me. I have to use the tee line.
Yeah,
I
I
have
like
to
looking from
do
the
my
other end.
measuring. You know.
Yep. Sometimes you get to the other end, you look, you're like, yeah, I don't like it though.
That goes to
You switch it
show.
up.
That goes to show. Stu knows the ice.
Down here quite a lot.
Yep. So we do have a stopwatch. This is a good one to get a time on. So yeah, I really like that about Stu. His first sequence in the hack is he draws a line from his foot to the broom. It's perfect lesson because it all starts right then. Comes out of the hack. Looks like he had a positive handle on it. He had to adjust the line a little bit. Sweepers are looking at it.
Yeah, this looks a bit heavy. They're playing maybe for a tick now. Yeah, 13-3-8.
Okay. I did, even from this far end, I could almost see he had a little bump to his release.
All right, so that's going to go through the house.
Oh, shoot.
Ken's going to come around his 2 protected, or his shot right here. He's got 2 guards in front of it. He makes his shot. He's going to be buried. It's going to be tough for Stu to get it out with his next one.
Looks like FFT is down to their skipper rocks, first of his two. He does have a couple in there possibly to get some scores, but Hellstrom is sitting one.
Great looking uniforms.
Yeah, that Mike Dindorf, he really gets, his shoes are amazing. He's got
his
the
shoes are
gold
fantastic.
heel.
And I think his job is something along those lines of uniforms, team type stuff.
That would explain it, because, it's the hardest name to say, Fresh Fish Today, but FFT is looking sharp. Ken's out of the hack. Rock is on its way.
Ted is a T-shirt to sell at a fish concert. Fresh Fish Today.
There you go. Need to go PH. Ted is on it hard. It does look light. So Stu's.
Yeah, light and narrow, but he might get a little bump here. I don't think the shooter's going to go in, but
All right, Stu's got some button now. He, even if he freezes down to that shot he just tried to make, he's going to get his one. He is staring down two right now. So they are going to call that same shot. My guess would be he's going to make this one nice and pretty.
Yep. Just a hair heavy on that last one.
Yep.
Leave it to the sweepers. Leo's a great sweeper.
Yeah, that's
Ken's a great sweeper.
That's a good point. Use your sweepers. Let him do it.
I don't know his release, but maybe a 3-9. Back line to hog. Just a little baby release. I think that the sweeper should get it all the way in. I'm going to get that time this time.
Yeah, typically Stu, from my memory, doesn't have much of a positive release. He gets his timing down that perfect where he just kind of lets go. Nicely out of the hack. Really controlled.
About 3-7.
Did go a little positive handle, so maybe he does that. Maybe that's normal for Stu nowadays. Sweepers are liking it. It's really curling. They really better get on this.
Yeah, they got to hold that line.
Oh, they like it though. Yep. Nice shot to Stu.
That's a great shot.
To get their one.
It's going to give Stu Taryn and his squad one. It's got a tie game after 2 ends, 1-1.
Great shot. So we got a 1-1 game after 2. Got a banger of a game on sheet 5. Sheet 3, we got Derek Hellstrom skating down for his final of the second. He is sitting 1.
I thought there were supposed to be 4 games going tonight.
There is, but we had 2 of the games got scheduled to the late game because of.
They are playing at 8. Okay.
Yep, the Caldwell RNG game is going to be later tonight, and then the Curl Jam shooting blank ends.
Okay. Those guys right there.
Yep, we're sitting next to Curl Jam. Yep, they're getting ready. They're so psyched. They're playing Metallica in the background. So Derek comes in. Looks like he played a hit on the red. So they are sitting 2. Mike Dindorf does have hammer, so let's see if maybe he can get his 2 out of that. Yes. Oh. So we got Ken Olsen out of the hack with the rock on the way down in the third end here. In this heater of a game, 1-1 after 2.
What is Starkey's background?
I don't know. I see he has a Ford jacket on, so
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something.
Retired, lives over near Christmas Lake.
Oh, so you do know.
Yep.
Okay. Paul was asking what Ken does for a
But I
living.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know what he did before.
Okay. Living the retired life, curling. Serious curler. Does a lot of spiels during the season. So Michael comes out of the hack.
And a hit here. This looks like it's going to be nid. Might come across the nose a hair. But
Yep.
This looks like sweepers are going to hold it.
Ted really gets that nice angle down on the broom.
That's a great shot.
Nice.
Just a little baby roll here. Side 8 foot.
His back is nice and parallel to the ice. Nice weight on the broom. So Ken Olsen's asked to just trade places at this point.
Yeah, he's going to throw a nice normal shot here. 9-second. Good release. Very smooth. Should come back. Leo's going to hold the line a bit. That's a great shot. Right on the nose coming in.
Yep, nicely managed. I think Leo just wanted to sweep just to do it.
I know it's
Didn't need
confusing
to.
for sweepers, but I tell you, there's nothing better than on, off when you're hearing that from your skip, because you know what's good.
That's a good shot, yep.
It can
Yep.
be confusing, but you just got to remember, if if Skip's calling that, you know it's a good shot.
Yep. Yep. Or if you hear clean, that's always a good sign too. That means just kind of keep the broom there because it's going to be perfect. Michael coming out of the hack with his second.
Playing the out turn.
Fired out of the hack.
Might over curl a hair.
It is a dangerous line down here.
They tend to swing out wide on these out turns, but I think he's nailed it. This
Yep.
is
Nice.
great shot.
Good weight.
Might roll out. Nope, right on the nose. Good shot.
So really open end here in the third. Leo Hoffmeister stepping in for his first of the third. He gets his intern hit called.
Nice that he got that little roll out. I tell you, the harder they are, or the further out to the wings, the harder they can be. But Leo's a seasoned veteran. This should be no problem for the slick Hoffmeister.
Adam and I got to play with Leo up at the Last Chance in Hibbing a couple weekends ago, and that was last weekend. That was my first time playing with Leo, and yep, absolutely. Once he dials in his hits, he's pretty steady Eddie with them.
Yep.
So we
he
are.
played lead for us the whole time up there, which he never does, and he was on fire.
He was on fire.
He's a very versatile curler. He can play any spot, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we were talking. Leo and I did a broadcast together, and we were talking. We started it the same year. He started in the spring, and I think we were more towards the fall. But I was telling him I always would see Leo up here with his broom ball shoes on.
Yep.
Because he always played with his broom ball.
Did
Yep. And then you kind of learn as a curler, you don't want broom ball shoes.
No.
But yeah.
Better be safe than sorry when you start.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we all started that same year as the year Schuster won gold.
Yeah,
I think
right.
there's a massive boost in the interest in curling after that. And thanks, John, for winning gold and getting us fired up about this. Because God, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, we fell in love with the sport, so. All right.
He's gonna split the house, I think, here.
Yeah, we have a change in the end here, so opportunity for Taryn to put two in the house here. We had a miss from Starkey, so Leo's asked to throw a draw. He just played a hit. Let's see if he can get his time down. Sweepers are on it.
Yep.
Oh, they're off. I think Dave thought he had to, and Ken said it's good. Sometimes that can be a stopwatch. Sometimes you look at your stopwatch and it's not right.
Yeah, this looks like it might be a bit heavy.
Yep. So good.
Hopefully this sticks around, but I don't know if it's gonna.
Yep. Yeah, Ken was on that right away. I think that's a good thing for sweepers. You know, both guys don't need to sit and do the timing. I work with the youth, and I try to work with the youth a lot. You know, just pacing a rock, just walking the rock can be so helpful.
Yeah. Last year I got way too dependent on the stopwatch. It's never totally accurate.
I use it as a tool, right?
Nice job, guys.
Yes. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Paul.
And, I remember last year, Belvich made me, when we were playing leagues on Thursday nights, made me put the stopwatch away for a game.
Yeah.
To get back to pacing it and get that feel, because I became way too dependent on it.
Yep.
It's a good thing to play with the watch. This is a reference, but also walking with the stone
100%.
and getting a feel for where it's going to be.
Where, like, for instance, up at the Last Chance last weekend, I mean, we were pretty dependent on our watch because the ice was tricky.
Hey, there he is. Speaking of
Hey,
The
look
ice
at this
is
guy.
tricky?
No, we were talking Last Chance. We're talking how you don't want to depend on the stopwatch, but we definitely were leaning on it last weekend.
I was telling the crowd, probably whole four listeners, how last year you said you made me put the stopwatch away.
Yeah.
Start using the pace, get back to that because I became too dependent on it.
Yeah. 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 Dave Merrick out of the hack.
Down for a bit? Well, there you go. What do you do?
Yeah.
You got 2 days.
Rocks coming down. Sweepers like it. Looks like it might get top 12. Yeah. Yeah. Good luck up there, Scott.
I already thought of that.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Nice little stop by Scott Belvich. I had a little guy rubbing my ears. It's like, who is that? Of course, turn around and it's Scott. So we got Ted in the hack. So we did have a couple misses in this end. We did get a little sidetracked there. We were in conversation, but Ted's asked to get back on track here and play a hit. Rock is out of the hand. I always feel like
he likes
Ted
it.
doesn't like it, but
Yeah.
that might be his just.
He's just stretching his neck out.
Yeah.
This looks like he's going to come down and get what he needs.
Yeah.
Should get the job done.
So yeah, he may have sent it a little wider than he wanted, but it's still
Maybe
getting
like you and I expects
perfect.
expects a little more from a varsity letterman.
So he does get rid of the object rock. He gets his shooter to stick way out in the wing, which, as Adam was saying, it's always good because it's harder to get him out there. Dave Merrick, pretty seasoned veteran. I think
Very
he's
nice
up for
form.
the task. Yep, sweepers are on it.
Yeah, this looks great. This should come right to the nose.
Yeah,
Yep.
So
right
he's-
on it. Should sit right there.
nicely managed. Ken jumped it right away, and yep, perfectly done. So yeah, pretty open end here in the third. Just
Yeah, I think this is going to be a tight game the whole way. I don't think either of these teams is going to give each other too much of an opportunity to score big.
so Hellstrom did steal in the second on third. They
The 3-zip.
they're up 3-zip, which I think Mike was drawn against 2, so he was able to cut that down. I think
And you said that is a B event?
this is the
over
B
here?
event. Yeah.
Okay.
We got Jeff Hellstrom. We got Derek. Do you know Derek's brother?
Nate.
Nate
Nate Hellstrom.
So we got 3 of the Hellstroms out there. I don't know who their
Is Jeff
fourth
out there
is.
too?
Jeff is out there.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Got to be fun to have a family to play with. That'd
Yeah.
be fantastic.
Funny. Yeah.
I got to get my old man out here.
I met Jeff up at the last chance and learned that he is a Hibbing native, but did not curl growing up. I did ask him. In school they had to do their curling, but
Sure.
But really, Derek and sorry, what's the other son's name? Nate. Derek and Derek really took to it.
Yeah.
So now, yeah, family event.
So, that's so great that northern. My mother-in-law grew up in Hallock, Minnesota, which is the northwest part of the state.
Sure.
And when she heard I started curling, she told me that's what they did for gym class. And I just love it that
Yeah.
schools in these smaller towns in the northern part of Minnesota, it's part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Absolutely. So Stu Tarrant stepping in, he gets a skipper's blessing. He gets a free draw here. Always want this as a skipper. Always get your draw in. Starkey wasn't able to hold his shooter, so
Yeah. I think an ideal place to be top 4 here. You don't want it too deep. You don't want it on the button.
Stu's out of the hack. I should say Stu Tarrant, big figure of the club, does a lot with the youth program, does a lot of instructions. He's an instructor. He does a lot of learn to curls, so great member of the club. Super nice guy. We've known Stu since the day one when we became
Yeah.
members here.
He was the first team we beat.
Yep.
We were so excited. We did a beginner league, and I think we went 0-7. And then we played him in our last game, and there was a little confusion, I believe, on if we were going to play at the extra end or go by the clock. And I think he thought we were playing an extra end, and I was like, I got to get going. We're playing to the buzzer. And so we got the victory, and he's like, I totally would have played that end different.
Yeah.
But we were so psyched, we didn't care, and we celebrated like crazy.
Yep. We were rookies.
Yep.
So Stu had a 14-7-1, and he got right full 4. So Ice is cruising right now.
Yeah, we had great weight last night.
Yeah.
We were getting like
15 second.
Yeah, 15, almost 15.5 with a hard sweep to get to the button. It was great.
I had one last night. Well, it was hog to hog. It was 15:05, and it got right to the tee line.
Yeah. As always, ice makers here, we're fantastic.
Yep, of course.
Scott
yeah.
Belbish knows what he's doing.
Well, and Adam's a big part of the team. The whole team, really. You got Dan Arlig. You got all the guys that really, I think, take a lot of pride in our ice. So, thank you to Adam, and thanks to everybody else.
Yeah. Are we looking to get somebody to help announce or do the commentary for the finals on Saturday?
We will need some money to call the game
So if
Saturday.
there's anybody out there listening that might be interested in doing this, give Clay a call at the clubhouse.
Hey, we got a familiar
We got Matt
face
Dolan
here.
with us now. Maybe we can talk him into it.
What is going on, fellas?
Matt.
What's up, buddy?
All
Let's
right.
scratch that. Matt Dolan's going to do commentary
Yeah.
for the finals on Saturday at 4 o'clock.
So Matt just stopped by.
So
This
what's
is great.
Yeah, what's
Commentary.
happening?
We're live on YouTube.
We
Niles and I are just talking.
got a lot of the
Annoying
club
people.
guys stopping by, watching curling, checking in on the playdowns. Stu's out of the
Stu's
hack.
probably going to try.
Draw way out to the wing. Is
Yeah,
that
I
his
like
plan?
that. Yeah.
Yeah, make
Make a
it.
difficult hit or a draw.
So
Playing corners.
I think just on this one he wants to play it out just so Ken I think is gonna go for a blank.
Just force him to
Yeah.
either draw or hit. Yeah.
And maybe he's hoping that Ken will lose his or keep his shooter. Because that would be the ideal thing for Taryn.
Yeah, then he might want to bring that in a few more feet, maybe leave it around the 8 foot. This would be
I've watched enough games with Ken Starkey that I will be willing to put. Well, I'm not going to bet any money.
let's do it. $5. Let's do some pull taps.
He
Big
will.
old pull tabs.
He will blink this end. You know.
Yeah, Broom's lined up. He's going to throw nice firm weight here. It looks
Yeah.
like.
And I guess if you do hit and stick, oh well. That's kind of the mentality that I call. It's like
One's better than nothing
Yeah,
sometimes.
especially in club curling, like you'll get the hammer back, right?
This might be a little wide.
No, he got
it.
Yeah.
Right angle. Yep, he's got it. Nice shot. Hit
Yep.
ball out.
Yep. So nice. He no doubt he wanted to clear.
Blank end.
Blank in.
I
So
should never doubt a seasoned veteran.
yep. So we are through 3, folks. We are burning through this game, so that's great.
That was him again. Like good.
Phenomenal. Yeah, so much fun.
Stu's right away. Ready golf. They're ready to go. So new end here. Calls for a center guard. Yep. So Ken is looking at throwing his in turn. Ken Olson, the lead for Taryn.
494.
Taryn had a wonderful season this year with 15 wins and 1 loss, playing in the Thursday 445 league. They did suffer a loss in the last week of the season to the team that's over here on sheet 3, FFT. So almost a perfect season. Ken's looking to draw out to the wings. Michael's cleaning his rocks. Looks up, he's ready to go. Really good, Matt. Yeah. We had the bread, yeah. Yeah, it's awesome. Michael's out of the hack. Looks a little narrow on the broom, but that's okay because Ken's just looking to draw out to the corner. Sweepers are cruising. This might be a touch heavy. Might be a scotch heavy. Stu got the time. Yep, it's through. Stu didn't even look to rush it. Stu taps on the top 4. I think originally he did say a plan B is if you come up short, that's not a big deal either, right? Just looking to steal. Stu's calling for a sweep. Leo and Dave were liking it. I think they said only for. Yep, it's curling up really nice. Scotch heavy. No, it's not. I take that back. Oh, it is. It's just bit the back 8, so Ken's got something to draw down to. That's what he called. He said, let's freeze. If you hit that top 12-1, that's okay too. So I always like a plan B as a shooter. So both skips giving their shooters different options. Got Warren setting up for his first of the 4th. At a blank end here in the 3rd, so we're still at 1-1 after 3. Rock's coming in nice. Ted jumps it hard. Sweepers are both on it. Looks like they're going for line, but it's definitely by it. They paper the guard right on top. Nice shot there. So Starkey does have hammer. They are playing to the middle. Stu's going to look at just going right on top. Stu's in the steel side. Got Leo Hoffmeister in the hack. They're having a discussion cross ice here. Got some fist bumps from the Starkey team in the back there. Leo gets a shot call. Looks like they're probably playing, I'm guessing, hack weight. Maybe even space weight. Is that what they call that now?
Yeah.
All these new terms in
The
curling.
space between the back line and the hack.
Right.
This looks like a great shot. Should be right on it with the little muzzle.
Yeah, nicely judged. Yep. Nicely managed rock. Dave and Ken just were pacing that. So some really nice shots here.
That's a beaut, Clark.
Yep.
That's a beaut, Clark.
That's a view, Clark. Yep, we're seeing some nice draws. Yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
All right, Matt Dolan, everybody.
Hey, you guys.
Thanks for sitting in. Yeah. So Matt, I met Matt. Are you doing ice down here now again?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Matt.
Part-time.
Yep. Matt's part of the ice team. Met Matt years ago. Friendly face down here. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Your name's on the plaque in the players' lounge, isn't it?
Somebody scribed it in for me. I don't know who it was, but
Yep. So Matt's got his name on the plaque. He's familiar with these playdowns. Another nice shot here.
That's beautiful.
I mean, if you're watching, we're just getting these nice back weight draws and just trading team for team here. But the shooter is now fully exposed, so Starkey's got hammer. He's looking to get two. Stu's just kind of, I would imagine, trying to hit and bury under that yellow if he can. So, what's going on today, Matt?
You know, it's going to take just the right shot here with speed to bring that back and around, just to hide it behind that top yellow.
And sweepers are on it. Ken's thinking for straight side it looks. It is curling up nice. Look at this soft weight.
Tight.
Wow.
Tight.
Leo Hoffmeister with a gem.
That's
The
good.
crowd loves it. Crooked Pines clapping. We got some curling fans down here. What a shot that was.
I think that was the shot we were just talking about, wasn't
Yeah, he executed it. So now Ken's thinking, yeah, we better peel this guard. I don't want to get caught with that. Stu's in the steel side, so set up perfectly right now. We are in the last of the seconds for Starkey here, so I believe. I could be wrong. Yes, I'm not wrong. So we have Warren coming out of the hack, looking to play a peel, which a lot of curlers, when you're asked to peel, the main thing is you want to lose your shooter. So perfectly done. Sometimes sometimes a skip calls a peel and then you go and hit it right on the nose, but that really doesn't do much because you're just leaving another rock there. Granted, it's your rock, which can always be a benefit, but nicely done there. Nice peel. Stu is hovering the rock. He's looking to see if it's a biter. He is acting like it's a nibbler because he wants to hit it. So, yep. Matt's stepping away.
Thanks for filling in, bud. I'm sure you entertained the masses.
Yeah.
We had some great curling going on.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. We got some good curling going on.
When are you gonna start curling again, Matt?
You know, I gotta find the right the moment to get in there. Life is a little busy right now with taking care of parents and all that fun stuff. We're in that sandwich age.
Sure.
You know,
Yeah.
kids are trying to get out the door, and parents are, well, you know how that goes.
Yep.
But I'd love to get back to it. It's so much fun. The nicest people you'll ever meet are in the curling world, period.
That's correct.
Yep.
They really are.
100%.
Very inclusive,
Yep.
very welcoming and warm.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And networking that you can get done through the club, just everybody's different backgrounds, everybody does different things. It's so fun to learn
Yep.
what people do. And yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So Starkey's looking to get rid of some yellows here. He has hammer.
you,
Yep.
bud.
See you, Matt. Good seeing you. I'm guessing
Yes.
Ken's going to use his Stu's top 12 as a guard. So yeah, there was, and then Caldwell RNG got moved 8, and then the
Gonna be fun.
Curl's Gone Wild, or no, Curl Jam.
Curl Jam's going to play at 8.
So
2 games today.
yeah,
Well, I think one's actually starting at 8:30.
well, Dave Merrick plays on Terran and Curl Jam, so I think. What's that?
What did you need?
So we got some action here. Starkey is in the house. Stu's not going to ignore it, so Stu is setting up for a force here. So low scoring game, but tight. Couldn't ask for anything better than that. Over on the third, it looks like we are in the Vice Skips Rocks. And we're coming down in the fourth end over there. I don't see what happened in the third. It looks like Hellstrom did hang another. They stole another 2, so we have a 5-0 game over on 3 for the B Frozen 4, the semifinals. So Hellstrom setting up possibly to work their way into the finals, which will be held here at the Crooked Pint, Chaska Curling Club on Saturday at 4 o'clock. Come down and watch some good curling, get some good food, and cheer on your favorite team. So Starkey, we got Ted in the hack. Looks like Ken's just gonna do some damage control here and get rid of some of Stu's rocks. Ted's out of the hack. Nice controlled push. Sweepers are on it. They are off. It's always a good sign. Looks like the rock's curling up nice. Okay, so he's got a nose hit, and he does have a biter. We are into the skip rocks here, so Stu's gonna skate down for his first of the fourth end here. FFT is sitting 2 behind cover in the fourth over here on the third, so hopefully they can generate a couple points and get that game a little bit closer over there on 3. So we do have 2 games tonight. We'll turn on the live stream. We won't have commentary for the games, but we will have a game in the B flight between Curl Jam and Shootin' Blank Ends. And we will have a game between RNG and Caldwell out of the championship flight. We got Stu in the hack drawing his line from his foot to the broom. Set up, Dave's holding the broom. If he does hit this one, it is going to be a guard, and it will no longer be in the house.
He might come across the nose.
Yep. I mean, there's a possibility, but yeah, they've...
Guessing that's what they're looking for. It's just a little tap across the nose, either side. It
Yep.
should roll in.
It looks like he's going to get...
Yeah, this looks like it might come back in.
Yeah.
Get that little
Gotta
spin.
hang on.
Get that little spin, that little finish.
Gear it back.
Might be a biter.
Leo gave the look like, I'm a sneaky little guy.
Yeah, I think that's a biter.
Yeah, I think we do. I think Stu is sitting 2 over here. Good job, Team Terran. So
See if we can get confirmation from Stu.
the only thing is Starkey's got a wide open draw on both sides, so chances are he's going to drill this. And good job, Terran. Held him to a 1.
Because I've been busy, who's got hammer here? We've got
Starkey does.
Starkey still
Yeah.
got hammer. That's right. They blanked the last hand. All right.
Yeah. So we got we're setting up here for. So it looks like, yeah, I guess you could generate skip Stews with a good freeze here, possibly.
Yep.
Freeze onto that left one over there in the 12. That's what he is going for. I, for a second there, was thinking this was his last stone, but no, he could generate a skip's deuce here. It looks like it's going to bump the yellow, which you don't want to give Stu
It's
too much
really
room.
good. He's got to keep it inside
Oh,
that
yeah.
line. Yep, over curl the hair.
Head's on it. You don't want to give.
So that's going to sit shot. So that's a
It's
great
sitting
place.
shot.
Great place for that rock. So how is Stu going to deal with this?
So
Rip a magoo at it?
There is probably 4 inches of separation. If you hit it hard enough. We kind of had this situation in my game last night where set up pretty similar, and we did just call a hit on it, and we were able to get both of them out, but we were probably a little closer to the...
Yeah, we were close to that the back line there.
Yep, so...
Big weight is what he's going to need here.
Ken Starkey really threw a nice gem there, and he may be able to generate a skip deuce out of this end, which, you know...
I'm Stu. I'm thinking about 8.5 seconds, 8 seconds.
Yep. That is the thing when you don't have hammer. When you play out to the wings, you kind of you can give an out that way. Where if you are playing to the middle, generally the scoring zone will be shrunk so much. But there's a lot of room here for Ken.
So I think he wants to catch this.
He wants to chip
on
it.
the, I think he wants to get this on the outside of the rock.
Outside, yep. I agree.
And
So
then,
what are you thinking? He's probably looking at an 8-second broom
Yeah, I'm
here.
thinking that's what it looks like to me. Just a nice
Heel weight.
heavy weight.
Yeah. Get enough action, hopefully remove Ken's. Ken's really intently looking behind Dave's shoulder.
We're jumping it. Might be a
Yep.
little narrow.
Leo's on it. Leo can keep it straight, though. I do know that.
Oh, yeah, he's a great sweeper, especially with that black broom.
You know, all right, it did
A little
overcurl.
down. That was about 11 seconds.
But
I don't think the
Ken
weight he
might
wanted.
have to deal with that now. He does.
Yep.
So he's got a chance at a skip deuce here. Nice job, Ken Starkey. Made a gem of a freeze there. So
Yeah, I'm guessing he's going to try throw about 11 seconds. Nice control shot here. Just catch it on the inside of the nose and roll it out, or outside of the nose and roll it out.
when I was doing all the prep for tonight's game today, I knew this was going to be a good game. I mean, on paper, it doesn't, you got a 1 seed against a 25, but I knew this was going to be a tight game, and I think it's going to be the rest of the game. But on the other side of it, it's a fantastic game. It's very fast. We're already through a fourth end here.
These guys know their shots and they're ready to go.
Yeah, and it's so much more enjoyable to watch curling at a pace this way.
Yes.
I was almost going to comment on our game because I went home and watched some of it.
Yeah, what did we play it in?
I mean, we ended up playing pretty well. We kept it under 2 hours. I think Dave said it was like an hour and 45 minutes. So we had a pretty good pace, but we only played 6 ends.
6 or 7?
Yeah, we only played 6.
Okay.
We ended out here. So that was a note I took.
We played 7.
Did we? Oh yeah, sorry, we did play 7.
Yeah. We played an 8-end game on my other team that lost on Tuesday night. 8 ends took us 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I tried watching.
It was a long one.
That was Caldwell against Heavy Pebble, right?
Correct, yep.
Yes. That was a great game. Great game. Caldwell ended up winning it there at the end, but
they tied us in the 8th.
Yeah.
They tied us in the 7th.
Perfect
We had a
example of
chance
a
to-
back and forth game.
Yeah.
Holy cow!
They took the lead in
They
the
took
7th.
the lead at the
We had
beginning. Then you guys
Yep.
were in control the whole game.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they stole 2 on us in the 5th or 6th. And then we had a chance to tie it in the 8th. We just didn't get it done. But a great game, though. So they'll be playing later tonight.
Yep, so we're into the 5th end. I am watching the replay because we were talking to just make sure that he did get his deuce.
He did not. I think he just got the 1.
You are correct. He just got the 1. Okay. Sorry, folks at home. We are completely slacking on our main job of calling play-by-play. But we are into the 5th. Starkey does have a 1-shot lead. It's been an awesome game, low-scoring game. Over on 3, FFT's got 3 rocks in the 4-foot here. So they're looking. Derek Hellstrom is out of the hack. Looks like he has room.
They're looking just to come around that first guard that got set up. Wasn't on the center line, so they're going to take advantage of that. See if they can get shot right out of the gate, just a couple feet off the center line, and take advantage of maybe a slightly missed first guard setup.
So give an update on 3. FFT does have an open draw for their 3. They are sitting 2, so no matter what, they're going to put some points on the board. So we should have a better game going here on 3 soon. Michael's
Gotta get a menu here.
Yeah,
Get myself some food.
I have done this announcing now for, I think this is my 5th game.
I think we should save our receipts and send the city the bill for all the food we've been enjoying here.
I have yet
Just
to
kidding.
eat while I've done this, but I think everybody else that has done it has eaten while they've done it, so I'm jumping on board tonight, folks.
My wife's going to get upset when she looks and sees all the charges I've been doing here at the curling center the last couple of weeks.
Yep. Yeah, play downs. You know, I spend a lot of time here.
Yep, been up here a little more than normal.
Yeah, between ice and Adam playing on multiple teams. So Stu's looking to just come around. Stu does have hammer.
That was a great shot. Kept that right in front of the tee line. Totally buried.
Both teams looking just to play to the middle at this point.
Yeah, I'm guessing he's just going to freeze on that. So then he can have a chance of maybe running a tap back on it on the next one, which would dip that rock right out of there. Sometimes it's nice to set up a couple shots ahead, which good skippers can do. This looks narrow. They're jumping it. I don't know if it's going to be. All right, Leo's hopping in. Yeah, a little narrow. Going to take that
Little
top
tap
guard.
on that yellow.
That opens it up, though. I think he's got a chance for a double if he needs it on the next one.
Yep, and of course Starkey now is in the steel side, so he's just going to look at plugging up the middle as much as he can. Mike Dindorf looks like they hung a 2 in the 4s, so we got a 5-2 game over on 3 between FFT and Hellstrom.
Fairly speedy play on both sheets today.
Yeah, this is great pace. Very important for curlers at home. Very important. Good pace to the game.
Yep. Let your skipper call the game, unless he asks.
Where Adam and I on the team we've been playing on, it's been kind of in a situation because I skip, but I've been shooting 3 this season. So we have that's one thing we just got to work on is we have a lot of communication, you know,
Yeah.
just because Adam throws our 4th rocks.
But watching myself, I swear I take so much time in that hack getting ready. I had no idea. I stand there, look, get confirmation. All right, then I bend over,
But you don't want to
clean
change
the
that.
rocks, then I stand up,
right.
then I get back down.
That's your routine, though.
I guess I didn't
Yeah.
realize how much time I take, though.
I have a routine where I always come back and I wipe my slider on the carpet, then I'll go to the hack, clean my rock, and then I always go back and rub my slider on the carpet. I don't know why,
Okay.
but I just do.
Double rub.
Yep, I do a double rub.
I don't know what Stu's going to do here.
Yeah, there's some discussion. He's asking for
My
the front
initial
end's
thought
opinion.
is an intern peel and run it straight back, but I think he's just going to get rid of that shot that was just made.
sure. He's got hammers, so Ken set
Just
up
open it
really. Ken, I like this call. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is the what I would call too. Feel like this is a good spot to bail
Yeah,
if you
if
have
Leo
to.
can catch that on the right side, it might drive back into those other stones and
He
get
looks
one or
like
two
he's
out.
great. Oh yeah,
I
I know.
think he's going to hit his own stone out here. No, missed them all. That's
great.
fine. Good
Great
peel.
peel. Yep. That was the object.
Leo the Hawk Hoffmeister. Great shot.
Yeah, nice. Like I was saying before, very important when peel. A lot of people think it's really get rid of your shooter. You don't want that thing to hang around. So now he does open it up, but Ken, we're early enough in this end. He's just going to throw another guard now.
Yep, should put it right back where it was. That's my guess.
Yep. So Taryn's going to be chasing a little bit here, but we are early in the end, so a lot could change. Sweeper's saying he's a touch heavy, so this might be coming right into the house. We'll see where it ends up here.
This might bury between those two shots. No, we have a tip.
Oh, yeah, it's like a 2 guard or a 1.
Might roll
3
back
guard.
over. That's a great shot. 'Cause
Yeah.
now you can't get that back rock.
Yep,
He
changes
rips
the
it.
angles.
These two can go, but that back rock isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So Leo's going to have a little cleanup work.
Which,
Just come across the nose a hair, and both rocks should go.
yeah, they will. And you might even get some action on those yellows,
Yeah, if
too.
he catches it on the right side, I think that rock he's going to hit is going to stick.
Leo's out of the hack, rock's on its way. Stu's eyeing it up. Sweepers aren't touching it. Needs to move a little
Yeah,
bit.
a little bit wide, but he's going to get rid of that one.
And he's going to knock his yellow out, which, he knocked his yellow in.
Promoted in. That's not
Yeah.
bad. They're
Sure.
sitting the second shot now, which I believe they were, but
Leo's a little disappointed in himself, a bit of a perfectionist.
yeah, we've kind of gotten to the point in our curling careers where we expect to make every shot.
Right.
You know, we've been doing this long enough where
You know what? He changed up enough that the Reds are lined up for a perfect double right
Yes.
now. A nose hit double.
Yeah.
So Ken, I think, is going to guard that. But, Leo, with that, sometimes you are a little disappointed. He got rid of a rock. He moved the angles. So all in all, pretty successful shot there by Leo.
Yep. I guess he's going to come just to the left side of that guard that's already up, and that's going to make it staggered and very difficult to do anything with. Looks like that broom's kind of
Heads out of the
set
hack.
there. I don't know. I might be wrong. I don't know when he's not here. Weight's up, so maybe he's called to hit.
Yeah, weight is up.
All right, hit and roll, looks like.
And he
I think he
flashed
flashed
it.
her. All right, gives.
Oh, he got a
Did he get it?
little love off the red, but no. So he opened up the Starkey's rock on the 4-foot wide open now. So
So I wasn't able to see what rock did he hit there.
he
A lot
chipped
of
that
bodies.
red that's in the top
He
12.
did. Okay,
Yep.
came that far over. All right.
So Stu, I just said I think 2 shots ago that Starkey was really in a good position. Man, has the end changed.
Yeah, that really opened things up and
Yep.
changed it around.
Now Stu can hit and stick and sit too, and
Yeah, looking for about probably 11 a second. Hog here. Nice control shot.
Dave Merrick out of the hack. Dave, seasoned curler.
Roll to either side would be fine. Looks like they're going to play it on the left side and roll it to the right. It's going to nose it. They could have spiked that. Oh, you got across the nose. Great shot.
Yep.
Perfect.
And it's
That's
buried.
fantastic.
It
That's
is
a
buried.
tremendous shot. That's why I don't skip, because I don't
Right.
see the line all the time.
So Ken's looking to play a hit and just freeze into that yellow that we just threw, or Taryn just threw there. Yeah, now that it is buried, give something that you can come down. I'm not even opposed. Who has hammer here? Yeah,
Stu.
Stu does. So now that one's buried. So let's see what Ted does here. They're going to hit, and if he makes this,
Might be able to get a double if he catches that at the right angle.
yeah, I think they're calling for just to roll right.
Yeah, they're jumping it, so I think he's probably on the nose.
Yep. Yeah, overcurled a little bit, but it will stay.
Yep. Good
So
shot.
Stu has to do something with it.
Job
Or
done.
does he? He will. Yeah.
Yep. Calling for a hit and roll.
And to me, I don't mind staying in the open here. To me personally, you have
Sure.
hammer.
Yeah, you just trade shots.
If you
from here
want to
out.
get 2, you just trade your shots, stay in the open. And
Yep. Unless that one noses it, and then you just kind of build up hard, higher.
my only fear by stacking them under that guard is Ken's got 4 feet to outdraw. So I'm not on the ice though, and I'm
Nope.
not in the championship fight. So
That's correct. This should be good. It should roll out to the
Yeah.
right side, which I kind of like here.
I-
Just a little baby roll.
I love it. I think that's the
Yeah,
shot.
that's a fantastic
As
shot.
long as you're out counting that red, which they are.
Yeah, and he knows that.
Yeah, Ken has to deal with it now. And now you're not buried where Ken can bury 2,
Correct.
but it's an easier hit for you too if you keep it open. We had a situation last night where we were sitting 2 and they were sitting on the 4-foot, and I actually called you to lose our shooter. I was saying let's lose our shooter because in my mind it was like if we would have hit and stuck, they would have had a perfect backing. So sometimes you just got to look at. So what Stu where they ended up rolling out to that wing, I think that's the good side to roll to.
Correct.
You got hammer. Keep the middle open.
Throw
And
the
get your
intern
3.
at this.
Ken Starkey's out of the
My
hat.
least favorite. I hate throwing in-turn shots out to the wings.
Yep.
I would rather come from the other side. That's just me.
It's funny
I
because
just feel like they over-curl for me.
I'm the same way.
That's a good shot, though.
And we used to always call that way because our shooters on our team were better at making those, but now our team's getting a little bit better. It's
Yeah.
hard as a new curler to get yourself to push out to the wing that far
It
and
is.
make a shot.
A great drill, if you guys ever want to work on something, if you're missing your line, is come on out and fire at the corners of the hog line and the corner of the sheet. Like, really force yourself out. Like, almost at a 45-degree angle.
Yep.
And, because sometimes you don't trust it. You don't want to go all the way
Yep.
out there.
Well, and curlers naturally get sucked to the center line.
Correct.
And
Yeah, I
one
used to
thing,
do that all the time. Slide straight down the middle and then move my arm inside, my head out to the side.
a lot of people
to get
do.
the shot.
My daughter does. She's like stuck to that center line.
Emma.
So,
Thank you.
yep, it's an important thing. As a new curler, that's a good tip. You always have a tendency to just come to the practice sheet and you just draw to the button. Well, next time you go, draw out to the wings. Try putting rocks out in the 12-foot. It's harder than you think.
Yep.
But it's crucial for club curling. That's how you get multiple points.
Another one
So-
of my favorite drills to do is when practicing is the ladder drill.
Man, we need to get a picture of this. Look at this
Yeah,
team
let's get
picture. Man, oh, we missed the opportunity.
Oh,
Man, they were out huddled. This is like the 2-minute warning. They're coming up with the game plan.
I was going to say, one of my other favorite drills to practice with is the ladder drill.
Oh, yeah.
Gets you a feel for the ice right out of the gate, and it just gets your speed down. So ideally what I would like to do is my first shot I throw down to the hack. Next one, back of the house. One after that, back 8 or back 4. Then try to get to the button.
Yeah.
Then to the top 8, then to the top 12, then a 3 guard, then a 2 guard, then a 1 guard.
That will make you a good
And
curler. Yeah.
It's just halfway through it, you got your weight down,
Yep.
and it's just a really good drill to
Yeah, and
get yourself back on track. Sometimes I get off and I'm way light or way heavy on my draws.
Makes
If I
sense.
go out and practice that the next time, it kind of gets me where I need to do. where
yeah,
I need
makes
to be.
sense. Well, and really, you should, as a shooter, be able to just. I mean, for me, if I'm drawing 2 guard all the way back to the back of the house, I'm really not changing my push out of the hack. I'm just fine tuning my release. So it doesn't take much of a difference to get a 2 guard to the back 12.
No.
It's just a little bit. So sweepers are on it hard. It looks like Stu's looking to bury behind this red. It looks like it's over curling. So they were,
They might get the bump and roll
which
here.
is fine. Just
Yep,
you
little chicken roll.
just got to sit 2. All right.
No, didn't quite get it.
So Ken's got a wide. Well, it's buried, but he's got an opening. He's looking at an angle raise with his red out here, which this is kind of a championship flight shot call. You know, you're not going to see this in many early teams. This is a great shot call though, because the red's there. If he makes it, he's sitting 2, and Stu's forced to 1. If he misses it, however, Stu is just handed a deuce. So Ken, I would say this broom's, I would say that's about an 8.5 second broom. So he's going to throw a nice one. Ken's definitely got some big weight that he can throw. Picks up the rock on his backswing. He's out of the hack.
So is he just playing off his own rock here?
Yep, he's playing an angle raise.
Okay.
They got to go hard though. It's over curling. Stu's going to have a chance for a deuce here.
So he knows it.
Yep.
All right.
Almost had it. It was a good shot. Nice try. Stu will have an open draw for 2. So, this could be the first deuce of the game, which in hindsight is a victory in itself. We've
So
had
does
a
he
bunch
go
of,
for 3 here? If he gets this rock and he gets it just to the left of the nose,
That's what Dave Merrick's looking
that bumps
at.
their red out, and their shooter should roll in for 3. So I'm thinking if he can throw like a 10-5 at this, I don't know if he needs that much weight.
All right, if they called the timeout right now and I were coaching and I walked out, I'd say Just bury it for 2. Get your 2. Don't get cute.
You're already sitting 1.
They are going for 2.
But God,
Just on the scoreboard, nobody's been able to generate a 2 at this point. They're going to be the first to do it. They settled on the draw.
okay.
Yeah.
Still got to make it, but yeah,
But
this is
to
easier.
your point, it's there. It's just a tricky shot to get your 3.
We had a shot on our Tuesday night game in the 7th end where we tried a run back, a double run back. It was pretty lined up, and had we got it, we would have scored a 5. Or we could have tried a tap back for 1. And to me, it was like, let's go for the 5. If
Yeah.
we get this 5, it's over.
The
But we just
reward
missed.
the reward was that big.
Are there any specials for one of these number?
I don't know, like my phone number's in your system. Sometimes you guys have
Oh, we got the crowd clapping on the draw here. Stu makes it.
612 227.
Yep. Steady Eddie Stu with his draw for his 2.
Otherwise, I'll do something.
We have a 3-2 game after 5 on sheet 5. We got a barn burner going here for the 24-25 playdowns. Stu's liked it. Ken says nice job. All right, so we got a lot of rocks on sheet 3 here. Got a curtain of yellows behind the tee line with a red in front. Derek Hellstrom is in the hack. His first of his 2. They do have hammer in this end. All 3 Hellstroms on the rock right now. Jeff is getting ready to jump it.
Good sweep from Jeff.
Yeah, look at him.
power on
Jeff
that.
he's got all of his weight on that broom. Trying to get it to curl. Oh, yeah. Well, so Mike Dindorf is sitting in front of a wall of yellows over there. All right, we are into the 5th end here. No, 6th end. Sorry.
Just a nice tight guard, I think, is what he wants. This looks perfect.
Yep.
That'll be 8 foot.
Stu is stopwatch
button.
approved.
We'll put her in the house, make him move it. No need to set up guards with a nice lead. Oh, well, they only got a 1-point lead. I take that back.
Yep, 3-2. But
All right.
big
Still
victory.
all right in the house.
The big victory of the game is they did get the deuce. So now you just go to that simple strategy. You force Ken here. Make him get another 1. Then go get your deuce. So, first rock of Michael, I should say, is out of his hand. Looks like they're actually going to set some corner rocks here, maybe?
No, it looks like he's going to
okay.
come right to it.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have a view. The dang skippers are in my way. So, a nice one there. Looks like we're going to get a nice open start to this end. Last time we had an end like this, actually it ended up in a blank, so let's see where this goes. It is the 6th end here, so Ken wouldn't mind using the hammer in the 6th if he can.
Yep. It's a nice shot. Should roll right to the center line. Ken's probably going to get that right out of there.
Stu doesn't mind giving a blank here to give Ken the hammer in the 7th, so he can retain it in the 8th if he
He'll
can.
bend over and put a little funk in front of that rock, I'm thinking.
Ooh,
He's sneaky like that.
oh, trick of the trade over here.
Took his trident out and put it right in front of the rock.
Leo Hoffmeister, as we were talking during our broadcast, director of the local
Jason show.
Jason show, yep. And funny thing, we were talking up at the Last Chance Bonspiel about the 5-second live TV delay, about how quick he has to be as a director, and he actually texted me on Tuesday saying that he had to use the 5-second delay for an audience member through the F-bomb.
That's fantastic.
And they caught it.
So we don't have that here, so pardon us if we let one slip.
And I don't think we have. Knock on
Yeah.
wood.
I'm not very. I got a 2- and 5-year-old, and I'm still awful. 6-year-old, I'm still
you got
awful around.
You got Sailor Adam over here just cussing up. And no, I think we've been good. So, yeah, but back to Leo's story. I was just impressed that they can catch that in 5 seconds on live television.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if he misses that. If
Oof.
if he gets reprimanded pretty good.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good
key part of his
question.
job. I'm guessing, but
Yeah.
he's got to be always focused and ready to go.
You know, as the director, I'm sure there's a fall guy.
Yeah, what did he say? I think there were three. There's three backups. Like I thought he said the producer's also available
Yes.
to do that.
He said there was like 4 people with their
Yeah.
finger on the trigger. Yep.
So hopefully one of them catches it.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty interesting to me though that he's able to do that. And when I had him on to broadcast the curling, we had an absolute failure. We had mics didn't work. We tried calling sheet 2, but we realized the mics were out of range.
Oh,
So
really?
I'm dealing with the Jason Show's director, and it was just absolutely fiasco. So back to this hit game, we're wide open.
It's a great description. You know what fiasco means? A complete artistic failure.
There you go.
You nailed it.
Jeez, Webster over here. Webster had him.
I used to play in a band called Fiasco.
Oh, okay.
And I thought that was a very appropriate name for
Yeah,
the band too.
cool.
Complete artistic failure.
All right, Dave wanted to get on it. Yep, he's back on it. Yep, he's off. On and off, back to Adam's point. That's a good sign. Oh, they needed it to curl a little bit more. Lost their shooter.
All right, so Ken, I'm guessing, is going to throw a tight guard here.
Yep, Warren's going to be asked to throw a tight guard, just like Adam said. A 3 guard, which is what we would call that.
Let's get a time on this. I'm guessing about 15 seconds would be.
Can you explain the
15-2.
three guard? What's a 3 guard?
3 guard is just in front of the house.
Okay, what's a 1 guard?
1 guard is just past the hog line.
Okay.
2 guard is right in between, like right smack in the middle
Bam.
of the hog line and the top of the house.
Yeah.
And then you got your 4, which is the 12 foot. 5 is the 8 foot.
Yep.
6 being the 4 foot. 7 being the T line. 9 or 8, 9, 10.
8, 9, 10. Yep. 10's
way
back
back.
line. Yep. It's always good. You know, the number system, some people use it, some people don't. Regardless, you just got to communicate. The number system makes it a little easier. As sweepers, you can say, hey, I think it's a 7, which means T line. So, interesting to hear different ways different teams play calls. So, Stu's looking to draw to the open wing out here. Dave's wondering, should we come behind Ken's guard? Should we use that guard? Stu is in the steel side. So, all right, they do decide to go to the open side. So, Dave Merrick in the hack, looking to draw out to the 8 foot. I'll get a time on this one. Dave's out of the hack, nice push. Looks like he drilled his line, which he did. We'll get a hog to hog on this one. Leo's on it. Leo and Ken are on it. They must think it's a little light. Well, Ken's off. I trust Ken's judgment. He's been all over it all game. I got a 14-2-5. Let's see where this ends up. Back 8. Yep. So Ken Starkey with hammer might be looking at, without hesitation, he's going to just hit. So, nice open end again here in the 6th. We have a 7-2 game over on the 3rd, so Hellstrom was able to generate a deuce with hammer in the 5th. So they're out to a commanding lead, playing back to the Crooked Pine here in the 6th. Starkey's looking for it to curl. They did get rid of the yellow. Captain Cool Ken Starkey here just didn't even really look like he was even interested in sweeping that, but he just knew it was going to get out. So we have an open house now. We do have a guard out there for Starkey. Stu is going to just draw to the open side again. After doing it last time, Ken went and hit it, so I think Stu's looking at baiting them here a little bit. Sweepers like it. Ken's going. Ken's been a good judge of these rocks all night. Does look a little light. They are able to get the top 12. Nice shot. Dave Merrick with a nice pair in the 6th there.
Awesome. I will.
Ken's looking to hit. Ted's in the hack. Made a nice one on his last shot.
Sorry for leaving there now.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah.
Clay's talking golf season with me.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, Clay is one of those curlers that once the snow leaves, he is happy to hang up the shoes and start swinging the clubs.
He wants nothing to do with throwing rocks.
But Clay he was raised a curler by a curling family, so you know he's been around it for a long time. So
Clay played in the U.S. Nationals once or twice.
Yeah, quite the curler. Still is.
Yeah, he's a great curler.
Clay with his traditional pink shirt on bonspiels.
Yep.
Always has a
the
pink
pleasure
shirt
of
on.
winning the Brick City with him this year.
Yeah, that was an ice team, ice making team, right? Well,
Yep.
minus Brian.
Yep. So
Scott Belvich
Belvich was lead. I shot 2. Clay
Okay.
was 3, and then Brian Sparstead.
Sparstead, that's what it is. I never remember his last name. Sparstead, Brian Sparstead, nice man. And a good curler.
Good guy.
Yep.
I tell you.
So, Stu is in the hack. First of his skipper stones here in the 6th.
What do you think he's looking for? A little hit and roll to the
Yeah,
left?
yeah, they're looking at, ideally, unless, I think Stu, the way he's been playing this end is he's just absolutely happy with giving Ken a 1. So, they've been drawing out to the open the whole end, so we'll see what he does. He's had opportunities to use that guard, and he's been kind of ignoring it. So,
This looks like it's probably going to take nose.
yep, Ken's on it. Ken's been a great judge of these
Oh,
rocks
right,
all
just a
night.
hair.
Good communication on this Terran squad. All 4 guys really work together, right? Stu and Ken give the fist bump. They liked it. Nice shot by Stu.
All very fit guys
Yeah.
for curlers.
Yeah,
Curlers
really
generally
are.
tend to have physique like myself.
And me, yes.
And yeah, all these guys, they look.
Yeah. What the
I
heck?
should ask them what the secret is. Probably not eating cottage cheese every night.
Well, I got to be honest. I don't think this is regulation, man. You got to be, you can't be that fit. I'm kidding. So, curling is definitely not a sport for being out of shape. I'll tell you that much. I get so worn out when I'm
Yeah, there is. There's a little more to it than it appears.
Yes. Now all these HP teams, they're really fit.
I felt
So-
like my doctor chuckled at me when I had my physical this year, and he asked if I worked out. I said, yeah, I curl twice a week. He kind of rolled his eyes like, okay, you think that's good enough?
You
I
know?
was like, no, seriously, I sweep hard.
Oh my
My
gosh.
cardiovascular is pretty much, it's up for 2 hours.
We would have been money back in like the 80s. Like if you go back and watch like the old, I love watching like old Breyer
Yeah.
videos, like where they have the ashtrays in the back of the,
ripping heaters.
yep, just smoking on the sheets. All had beer bellies. Like
Uh-huh.
beer belly was mandatory. So he is looking to use the guard here. He's been ignoring it all end, and I think he's looking to bury him on here. I liked it. I mean, he's in the steal position, so why not try to bury one here? Make a shot.
Yeah, this has been a very clean game. There's not been a lot for either team to come around.
No. Yeah.
Not a lot of big opportunities for high-scoring ends. It's kind of how I figured it would be with both these squads.
Yep, and I would imagine the deeper you get into the playoffs, especially in this championship fight, the more and more you're going to see some open ends.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to come down to the last end, last shot.
I would agree. It's setting up with it. We're in the 6th end now, so we've only seen one deuce the whole end. Otherwise, we've just seen force after force.
It looks like we do have a bit of a runaway game going on sheet
Yes.
3. It looks like Hellstrom is up 7-2 on the fresh fish today.
Wow, you nailed it. Fresh fish today. That's tough.
Slow down and say it.
You know? So, lots of room. Ken will have an open hit.
If I understand correctly, if you're a fish buyer, a fishmonger. Thursday is the best day to buy fish.
Really?
Yep, that's when it comes in for the weekend. That is your freshest fish.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep, I think Sunday and Monday is one of the days you want to steer away from.
Huh.
I went down to Coastal Seafoods in southeast Minneapolis
Yeah.
about a month and a half ago and picked up a few dozen oysters for a little gathering with a couple buddies.
Nice.
Fun place.
And is that where you learned the Thursday pro tip?
No, just
Okay.
working in the restaurants my whole life. That's
okay.
what I've heard.
Yeah.
They fly them in from the coasts on Thursdays, so it's ready for Friday's, service.
That makes sense. So Ken, it's interesting. Some skips would opt to throw a draw here, but Ken, being like me, he's been throwing a lot of hits this game, so just hit it. And, he may be blanking it to retain it for the 7.
I like that call.
Which
He's going to get it. Looks like he's got it.
I think they are. So they blank it.
Yep.
Chooses to keep the hammer for the 7th.
A little round of applause for the crowd we got watching
We have a
tonight.
Starkey fan club over here. Nice. Yeah, we got some good viewing in the Crooked Pint tonight.
That's me. Thank you very much.
So we are starting the 7th end here. We had a blank end. That is our second blank end of the game. We had a blank end in the 3rd, now the 6th. So maybe there's a little pattern going here. Every 3 ends they decide to blank. So Ken Olson in the hack, waiting on his skipper, so he knows what he wants. Skipper's doing a nice little stroll out there, kind of little swag to him.
Might be drawing out the clock here.
Ooh.
Might be playing a little mind games with everybody by taking his time.
You know what? You might be on to something. You're either on something or on to something.
Well, the horn would have already played, so this,
Yep.
I'm guessing.
No matter what, folks, I think we're going to have an 8-end game tonight.
Well, I think the horn goes at 7:35, which would have been that end. So if that did, that this is our last end, but
So
we'll see.
This end, I would think Taryn wants Starkey to play some rocks. You don't want to give Starkey another blank end here in the 7th. You don't want to. You definitely want the hammer coming into the 8th. So Stu is up 1.
Yeah, I'd be curious to know what end. If this is our last end, or if we got one more after this.
I would imagine we're going to play all 8. I'm thinking. I'm guessing the buzzer is going to ring here in about a minute. Okay. So technically, they got their rocks fired up. We've been at a good pace all night on this sheet, so
I can go find out real quick.
Yep. No reason why you shouldn't get 8 ends in 2 hours in curling. So great pace on this game. Starkey comes in. Stu's gauging it up. Looks like he may be able to get it out, which he does. Stu's going to look to bury behind his yellow here. He's in the steel mode, right? So, I am corrected. He's looking to set another center guard, which is really going to set up his middle, try to make it hard on Ken to get around. Look like his plan B has come into the house if you need to. So Ken Olson's getting lined up in the hack. Gets his little push forward and his backswing, and he's out. Nice push out of the hack. Looks like he drilled his line to me. And I know because I'm sitting right behind him. Sweepers are on it hard. Might be a scotch light, but he is looking for a guard is what he called. So it looks like it will work out nice. See what Ken does. Does he decide to go around it? Or is he gonna?
It does sound like the horn went about 5 minutes ago. So I don't know if they agreed to play full 8 at the beginning, or if this is our last end. So I guess we'll find out.
We are at the mercy as announcers here. We don't know. And that may be a play why Ken wanted to keep his hammer,
That's a great point.
Yeah, because typically you don't really want the hammer in the 7th. You almost want to get it back in the 8th. So that could be a good point here. We may be in the last end here, folks. So we are on this hard. Ted's sweeping hard with that nice low form.
So Niles, when I'm gone, what do you talk about by yourself?
You know, I just more go play by play at that moment. I am gonna get some food.
Don't worry about it. That's what happens when we're
What was like the Carolina barbecue that I saw over the Golden?
Yeah, it's like a mustardy barbecue.
Can I do the boneless wings? The Golden barbecue? Can I get the go, please?
Yeah, do another beer.
Want to do 5 or 8?
I'll do 8. Thank you. And I'll do another beer too. Please. All right, sorry folks, you had to listen to the order. Got some food in. We have a rock on its way from Leo Hoffmeister.
Staying out, just didn't get the girl I think he wanted, but got rid of the rock.
Did lose his shooter.
They're still they're set up with 2 nice center guards here.
Hoffmeister, just gotta love the name. I'm a brewer by trade, so I just every time I see his name, I just think of Brewmeister.
You know the name Lewin, is that of German descent?
I'm
not sure.
Yeah, so it's funny because Lewin, our last name is actually my grandpa's last name, but he was adopted. So
Okay.
and he was adopted by the Llewellyns, which is a very Jewish name.
Okay.
So, but he was adopted. So
Got it.
you know, and it was shortened
your
to
father or your
Lewin,
grandfather?
my grandfather.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. So. The Hoffmeister is in the hack. We did have some handshakes on 3. Hellstrom did end up winning it. So they have officially advanced to the finals on Saturday at 4 o'clock, and they're either going to be taking on Curl Jam or Shooting Blank Ends, which we'll find out here shortly. 'Cause they're getting ready to go here at 8 o'clock. So Leo's in. Stu's asking to come around. They're going to look to make it hard on Ken here. Ken's got to get.
Leo should be able to drop this right in there. He's a great drawer.
Yep. Ken's got to get 2 to win. 1 to force a skip draw. I'm assuming this is the last end. I'm almost now with Ken retaining hammer. I'm almost for sure guessing that this is last end.
It's a little heavy.
So this does give Starkey an out here. A lot of play to the middle all night. We haven't seen much play out to the wings. The only play that we've seen out to the wings have been in the blank ends.
Oh my God, it's hot.
Oh! Polly's learning that the burgers come hot out here.
Oh, I got the Juicy Lucy.
Oh,
got
too bad. Yeah, sometimes those Juicy Lucy's can be packed full of juices.
Oh, there was no warning. That's it.
All right, so we got Warren out of the hack. Warren's had a solid game all night. Sweepers are on it. Ted's really going. Thank you very much.
You gotta warn me how hot that is. Jeepers.
It looks like it could be really nicely buried here. Ted jumps it at the end. There's no doubt it's buried.
That's a tremendous shot.
All right, the Starkey fans love it. They are completely buried. They did
back
go a little
button.
deep.
Yeah,
So
his back button.
Stu's got. He couldn't freeze
clear
right
it out.
down. Oh, he's going to open it up.
Might get the double here. If he runs that just off a nose, almost nose, he might get both of them out and he'd be right back in the pole position.
A defensive play here, which I don't mind. He's got the lead. If you really want to get aggressive, which he's talking now, Dave likes it. Dave's king of draws here. Yeah, now they are. They're going to try to freeze down to this.
For me, I personally like the hit.
You know,
I feel like I'd.
if you make this freeze, Ken's going to have a tough time. Ken's
Yep.
going to have to peel the middle. But if you don't make it, it's a high-risk shot here.
Let's get a time on this. You got that?
Yep, we do.
Leave it up to your sweepers.
Yep,
Throw top 8. Hopefully they can bring it right in.
it's a good point. Leave it to your sweepers if you can, especially if you got Leo and Ken on your
They're
broom.
jumping it early. They're
Looks like they're managing.
Cleaning.
Yep, they're just kind of
Yep.
managing. I really trust Ken's
This should
gauge.
curl up nice.
Ken's really good at gauging these rocks.
All right, Leo's going to try to push it.
I had a 1406, but I do
Around
think
the guard.
I do think I got on that.
Oh,
real
what a
quick.
tremendous shot. Oh, what a beaut.
Yep.
Did he get it?
All right.
No,
So
but-
Starkey's sitting one, but the scoring zone is shrunk.
Yeah,
So-
Starkey is one.
Starkey's one, but we have a shrunken zone. If everything lays out right now, it looks like we are sitting. We are setting up for a skip draw, but a lot can change as we are into the first rocks of the vice skips here. So Ted is set up in the hack. Ted's had a solid game all night. Been playing hits and draws both ways. And
Yep, good three right there.
Yep,
That's
really
what you
good
need out
vice
of a
skip.
three. Be able to make every shot.
for a 25 seed Starkey team, these guys are really they're really making the championship flight look good here if they were the 25 seed.
Yep, gelling at the right time. Sometimes that's what it takes.
Yep. I should say I do have all the seeds for the night games here, so we will have a game on sheet 6 between RNG, which is the 15 seed,
Okay.
against Caldwell, which is the 22 seed in the championship flight.
Get outta
So
here.
yeah. So
They're the 22 seed.
yeah. So
Sandbaggers.
there is a little bit of a rumor going around the club that the championship seeding might have been a little bit off. And we may see that because we have a 22, a 15, a 25, but we do have the number 1 seed, which is Taryn, and they proved
Yeah.
that they are worthy of this 1 seed.
Our Thursday team was the 5 seed, and I feel like we're a good team.
And you guys
But I
got
feel
taken
like
out by Caldwell, yeah.
They were a great team.
Well, they have, what's his name? They have Chris.
Chris Scott.
Yep. And they have Quisgard.
Eric Quisgard.
Yes.
2 great curlers.
So, and then.
Caldwell's a great curler.
Yeah, so a very good team.
And that guy I just met, I think it was Aaron, maybe? It was my first time meeting him. Throws big weight, just like you. He can get sub 7.
Yeah, okay.
Like, when those rocks hit, it is.
And to
it's
me,
like lightning.
I
It's
mean-
like thunder crack.
I believe it. And then in the B tonight at 8 o'clock on sheet 2, we have Curl Jam, which is the 18 seed,
Okay.
shooting against the Shooting Blankets,
Awesome.
which is the 6 seed. So
Some good runs by
growing
some
going on.
deeper teams.
Here we got the Hellstroms walking by. they're glowing with their victory. They have their berth into the finals, so not an unfamiliar territory for Derek Hellstrom, their skipper. I've seen him.
What do we think the call is here? Is he just nudging that red back a little, or is he coming? I just don't know where we're at here with.
He's setting up for an in-turn, so is he playing those yellows?
I mean, they're sitting 1 right now. I wouldn't want to mess with it too much. I'd take the tie and go to the next red.
I would agree with what you just said, Adam. I think
I don't know.
I'd hate to open it up for Stu to get rid of that red,
Yeah.
which it's not. Maybe he's just opening up. He's anticipating his final.
His final draw.
Yeah, his
Yeah, okay.
intern maybe just keep his intern draw open
Yeah.
for his 2. Dave's looking to take that away right now, though. He's got his broom tapped right on the pin. If Dave Merritt can make this, this could be the final dagger. Ken Starkey does have 2 rocks though, so looks like they did call for the draw to the pin.
Yeah, I like this.
If there's a member in the club that can make that, then Stu Taryn. They got their line down. They've been on their line all night.
So did they just bump that red back a little bit? They're no longer shot. Red was shot,
Oh wow!
weren't they? Oh, so maybe I missed something. They were able to bump that back just right
Yeah,
with that.
I
last
might
shot.
have to go backwards. Yeah, no, yeah, good point to Adam. They are, to me, it looks like Stu Taryn is sitting
So
1.
if I'm Stu, I like top 4, maybe 8 foot here.
Plan B definitely is guard.
Just cover up that that port.
Yeah, just at this point, a straight guard would not be a bad call.
Yeah, because anything on that right side, they're not going to be able to do any run back. That is totally cluttered up.
Yep, Stu's out of the hack. I'm going to watch Ken Olson on this because Ken's been gauging these rocks perfect all night. He's on it. He's on it. Oh, they're off. Ken's wanting to go. So it looks like it's guard weight to me, top 12.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
They're going to get it in
You
here.
gonna try bringing it in?
Wow.
They're going deep. That's a great place.
Yep.
I don't think there's anything Ken can do with that.
You can
Yep.
maybe run that yellow back.
Ken's got 2 rocks here, so he's gonna have to get nifty here.
Yeah, he's got to get creative.
Yep.
Just from our point of view, I'm thinking if he could run, you
Yeah,
don't want to
yellow,
run their
red.
yellows back. So it's better to run your own, but I don't know if he can get that.
That's always an important thing for curlers too. When in doubt, play your rocks. If you can run your rock back to the house, it's way better than playing somebody else's rock into the house. It does look to me on this outturn side there may be a yellow-red raise into that yellow, but I don't see Ken.
He might be able to drive it back hard into those 2 guard rocks and split those 2 out, but I don't think he can get that.
I can't see
that
the
rock
angles
behind.
on the guards, but he may be able to really open up that middle if he hits. He's not even looking at it. He's looking at the 4-foot here.
I think, yeah, they're going to go with their red rock
Yeah.
here. It's a tricky shot. This is cross your fingers.
Yep.
Cross your fingers and let her fly.
And I guess if anything, worst case scenario with this shot is going to change angles, so it might change something up to where Ken can get it to it on a second. But he doesn't have many options. This is we're down to pretty much you got to make a deadly accurate shot at this point.
You've got 2 rocks left. So maybe on this first one, just open it up, see what happens. You open it up, you might have something clean for you to come down with your second one.
Yep. So Ken Starkey's in the hack, his first of his last 2 stones,
time
we
on this
assume.
one.
Yeah, I'll get a time on this hit weight here. Looks like he's going to be throwing some big weight here. Big backswing. It's out of the hack. Rocks out of the hand. Looks a little narrow from my view.
Might rattle around though. Might get some rattle, thunder,
8
clatter,
seconds.
boom, boom, boom.
8:09.
All right.
He did open up that raise with the red here.
Yep.
So
Not bad.
it wasn't what he was exactly trying. Thank you. Wasn't exactly what he was attempting, but when in doubt, you had to move something in front there because he wasn't going to get around to it. So Stu's in a good spot here. I would think they're just going to look for a straight guard. It's just where do they want to put it. Once again, what a game here in the Final 4 of the championship flight here. Winner moves on to Saturday at 4 o'clock in the finals. I did hear we are going to be raising a banner down here before at 3:45 for Team Gensel.
Yep.
So,
U18 national champs this year.
yup, so that would be fun. It's another banner for the club. If you are going to plan on coming down to watch finals, make sure to get down here a little early to give a round of
Congratulate 'em,
applause.
slap on the back.
Gensel, Team Gensel, I believe all of them are originally Chaska curlers, right? Or
I think one
At
of
least-
them might be from North Dakota.
okay,
They're,
okay, which it probably
they
is
picked
now.
up this last year.
Right, because they're a little bit more competitive. But I remember seeing Gensel here as just a little kid when we
Yeah,
first
but
started.
Mason,
Will,
Will Podrosky, and why am I blanking?
I don't know, because we're getting old and our memory
that's what it
sucks.
is. And, you know,
sorry, Team Gensel.
no,
we should
no,
be
no,
better.
I'll get it here in a second.
We saw Mason up at the last chance, skipping, doing some good work up there. All right, so Stu is chatting with Ken Olson here. All 3 of them are getting the right shot. Stu with his patented draw line from his foot to the broom, which I love.
Leighton Hines came to me.
Okay, there you go. So Stu's out of the hack with his final rock in here in the 7th end.
Yeah, just a nice guard, I think, here.
I mean,
Guard that run back
he's,
on that red.
He's going to guard that red run back. I think that's the only thing Ken's really possibly
Lines it up. Might. No. That was a really good shot. That makes that so difficult.
Oh,
Overcurl?
it overcurled, but there is a
I don't
fifth.
think the run back's
So
there.
Ken Starkey on his final rock is going to try to draw to the button here.
This thing almost has to go sideways at the end.
He just needs to grab a couple inches of it.
Yep. If you can just get past that. that top yellow stone.
I think we've consistently had a 14 and a half second, well, really like 14-3, I feel. It's about our.
Yeah, he's just gotta outbite him here on the button.
So
It's
here
there.
we are. Here we are. We're down to the final stone here of a great game. Ken has a chance to tie the game, or Stu is looking at stealing one here. So Ken's out of the hack. Nice push out of the hack. Drills his line. Got a little late start on my stopwatch, but I did grab it. Sweepers are on it.
Gotta keep it out there.
Yep, it's getting tight,
Let it
which
work at
might
the
mean
end.
it's light. It's
Let it
getting
work
tight.
at the end. Go hard, guys. Go hard. Go hard.
13.96. It's
Go
not
hard.
light. It's not light. Yeah, but it got tight.
Oh, just ticked her.
Shoot. So Stu Taryn does steal one here. Looks like that.
All right, looks like they're gonna play a full 8.
It looks like we are getting a full 8,
All
folks.
right.
My wife is gonna love that. Oh, I'm kidding. So we are coming back for the 8th. Starkey is down 2 now, with Taryn stealing one in the 7th. So big turn of the events here. Once again, we're in the semifinals for the championship flight. Winner here goes to the finals on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So we'll see what Stu does here. He's up by 2. Does he come through the house, just send it through, or what does he do here? I'll give you my card. You can run it, just so I can bail when it's done. Thank you. All right, so we are into the 8th here. We are going a full 8 ends. Stu is opting not to go through the house, but he is opting to come into the house, which is a good call here. You're up 2. Looks like we have another squad coming in here. This might be the Shooting Blank Ends. Looking to play Curl Jam here at 8 o'clock. So, first rock of the 8th end is in. Ken and Leo are on it because they do want to grab Payne if they can. All right, they do. Ken Starkey's looking, yeah. Just set a guard. He needs to get something to come around here to get some points. So he needs guards. Got Michael set up in the hack here. He's had a great game tonight. Nice job at lead, setting the lead stones. Rock is out of the hands. Sweepers are pacing it nice. Yep, they're on it. They're just looking for guard. Ted's really hard on it. That nice down force that he gets on the broom. Ken dropping the broom might be a strategy. I don't know.
Rattle Stu a little with that one.
No courtesy out there. Nobody else dropped their broom. You know, curling courtesy. If you hear somebody drop their broom, everybody drops them. But we are serious. This is championship flight, semifinals. Last end. Got Ken Olsen in the hack. Looking to come around Ken's guard and just...
Try to beat him to the button here.
They're not afraid to keep their rocks in play at this point. They're only up 2, so...
Nice line. I think this is going to be a great shot.
Dave Merrick is sizing up. Thank you. Sizing it up. He likes it. He wanted to jump him, but it seems to be perfect.
Yeah, right at the tee, I believe.
Yep. Stu decides to try to curl it under the guard a little bit.
Yeah,
Nice
shot.
and buried. Skipper gave the finger up. Nice shot. Nice job by Ken. Good job tonight.
They're going to
Really
try to
good
follow
game.
this right down here. Leave it just in front of the tee line.
Michael's final stone of the night.
Slide, good release.
Sweepers are on it. Ted's really jumped it. Ted and
I think they got to hold the line.
yep, Warren's giving it a look. He might.
They're curling it. Maybe I don't know if they want.
I guess at this point for Starkey guards, you got to have them. So
Yeah.
whatever,
Yep.
use it. I think it was lighter than what they wanted. We had a 18-second almost there. Stu's just looking at bringing rocks in the house
That
at
was
this
interesting.
point.
They had both sweepers on that curl side.
Yeah.
don't know why.
They've been.
why they did that.
I've noticed for the last couple rocks they've been setting
What do you
both
think?
sweepers.
Why did they sweep on that side?
We're asking our in-house curling expert here.
What do you think, Emma? Come on. What do you
Like,
think?
I don't even know if the question's like a yes or no answer.
Yep. Let's just say yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
so
perfect.
true,
That's
guys.
a great answer. Yes. Yep,
Emma, our favorite
in-house
waitress here.
curling expert. Yep.
Always
She,
takes care of everybody.
she admits that she knows
know,
nothing
listen,
about it.
so
I'm so sorry to everybody who heard that.
Whole 6 people probably
Well,
watching right
she's
now.
been a fantastic waitress, I can say that.
Yeah,
So-
Emma's the best. They're all good here.
So Taryn, not afraid. They just are going to bring the rocks in. Big thing, keep it in front of the tee line if you can. You don't want to give Ken a backing. Ken's going to start jostling around this granite here if you can.
Yeah, you got to open this up.
Yeah. He's still
Throw some big weight here. Clean up things.
just trying to get
Use
rid
your
of some
guards
of
you
those
got set.
yellows.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess the key here with wanting to get to is you got to keep your shooter. You got to start stacking your shooters in. So they are playing to the middle, which both teams have been playing to the middle this whole game.
Yep.
Where personally, I would say if you're looking
Yeah,
to
they're
get a
going
couple,
to tick. This is going to open it up, though, I think.
I think they're by it. Are they? Yeah, they.
Yeah, you got a better angle than I do.
They papered it. No, you're right.
Just a little bit. It's going to promote it in there. Oh, and that buries it even more.
Yeah.
That's tough.
So eighth end is taking a turn here. We have 3 Terran rocks buried behind 2 Starkey rocks. Everything in the middle at this point. So Stu's, I think, is just going to throw another one to the pile here. I guess the big danger would be is if you leave it to the open and you angle onto it.
I
might leave
personally, yeah, I like that right there.
Yeah, guarded. Is that what you did, or
Yeah, I like putting it
Top
out on this
12?
left side here.
yeah? I don't
Just
mind
taking
that.
any draw spot away.
Got a good crowd here at the Pint here, watching the curling, getting ready for the second games of the night here. I will have to make sure I start the live stream for those sheets because right now we're only live on this.
Oh, is that right?
Well, we had both games going, but now we have games on 2 and 6 coming up at 8 o'clock. There will be no commentary, but should be some bangers of games here.
This looks like a great shot from Leo. This should be right where he wants it. Top 12. Almost
Yep.
side by side. That's a great placement there.
Yep. Team Terran really putting on the pressure on Starkey here. He's starting to kind of look down what he got to do here. He doesn't necessarily want to peel the guards because he needs guards, but
Yeah, you got to leave your guards up there. I think you got to go after this shot that Leo just hit.
drill that and maybe get rid of a couple
Yep,
of them.
yep. Throw that hard. Just hit it at about, from Ken's perspective, about 5 o'clock. Might drive it back into that top 12 yellow and possibly get rid of that top 4 yellow at the same time.
Yep, makes
I
sense.
just don't know. Or clear those out. That's not a bad call. That should go, and that'll leave it wide open.
It's a loaded gun to get that yellow out of there on the guard, and you're going to leave your shooter. You're going to still have guards. It's just going to be a different stagger. So this could be a great shot. I don't mind this. Change the angles so you can maybe get to those yellows.
The thing is, they need 2.
Oh, and Terran,
No.
Terran's got 3 yellows just dropped right behind those
Yeah,
reds.
I mean, this is probably the easier shot. Okay, it opens it up. Still left something out there to come behind.
Michael's looking at that rock out there. Stu's going to come out and give his opinion.
Yeah, that looks out to me.
It looks out to me. Stu's saying, Ken, come take a look.
Ken's like, I don't care. That's
Yeah.
so far out of play. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think.
Yeah, Ken is like a captain. He truly, look at him. He's getting the look right down the line.
I don't think that rock's going to come into play.
Yeah,
Either or, it doesn't matter.
that's so great. You know, Stu's like, you want to come look at it? Ken's like, I'll just trust you. So, we got
It is a game of honesty, much like golf.
Dave Merrick in the hack, setting up a nice draw here. Nice out-turn draw.
I'm thinking he's probably going to place one on the center line around the 2 guard. Or
I mean, it's Team Terran
Around
here
the
at
2
this
spot.
point. The more you put in at this point,
yeah.
it's They had a
I
2
like
point.
throwing a 2-guard here. Looks like it's going to come down and just tip and sit for. Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah, interesting way to do it. They've really aggressive. You know, I would say on our team we tend to try to keep it just eliminate rocks, but
Yep.
Stu decided we're just going to keep the foot on the gas here, and he's just been on a steel frenzy here. So
How many rocks they got? 3
we're down to
or 3 or 4?
no
What do we
4.
got?
We're into the vice skips first here.
I don't know. Just throw a ripper at this. All right, he's going to come around.
Kent's looking to come around. There is room to generate a deuce still on that 4-foot, but it's
Yeah, things
Really
are kind of
getting
lined up
small.
where if they were to get this in, I don't know if Stu could get that out.
we'll get a time on Ted's draw here.
Got to make a good one here. It's been hot all day.
Yeah, really, Ted. I mean, it's hard as a shooter when you're doing draws and then you're doing a hit and then you're hitting and then you're doing a draw. But Ted's really stepped up to the plate tonight. Sweepers like it. They are jumping it
Hold that
now.
line.
They are jumping it. Now they're really
They're curling.
We have a 14.
Oh, just ticking. Just weren't able to hold that.
Does give them a little.
Did look like they were sweeping for curl there.
So it's now what do you do with Taryn? You just plug it up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, take that, tap away.
Yep. Plug that port up and really just kind of challenge Ken to see what he can do with it. So Taryn really been playing stellar curling here in the last 3 ends. Really making it tough on Ken Starkey to generate a point.
Yeah, they turned it on.
Dave Merrick in the hack, been pretty solid with his draw weight all night. Asked, well, Stu's undecided at this point. He's kind of, at this point, Stu, a guard, it would not hurt. So the broom is set. Dave is ready. Comes out of the hack. Nice push out of the hack. Perfect line. Definitely looks like guard weight. Ken Olson's jumping it. He likes it.
I'm fishing here. If anybody out there listening is selling a mid-size SUV, please let me know.
There you go. Yeah.
I got in a car wreck on the way home from the Last Chance on Sunday, and now I got to get a new car.
We're looking for curling deals here.
Yep.
It's going to a good curler.
Don't
good
turn
man.
your car into the dealer. See what they're going to offer you, and then I'll give you straight up cash for it.
Yep.
Thank you very much, Emma.
And you can reach him at the curling club. He's known as the mayor, Adam Poley. Everybody knows him. All right, so Ken Starkey, he's going for a port here. Ted's asked to make a beauty draw here. There is a port. It's a narrow navigation, but it's there. Ted, we're listening in on our call here just to make sure we got volume in our microphones.
Yeah, apologies if we had some reverb there.
So Rock is out of the hand. I got a time on it. He's drawing the port. I can't see now.
This looks like a great shot. Might be a little deep. Might
14,
get that tick.
14.
Get that tick. Get that tick.
14,
Roll right
14.
in.
Oh, look at this, folks. Look at this, folks.
All right.
I think we got a game.
Yeah, we're sitting shot right now, so they got one.
They got one. They need two.
That's a great shot. Nice little tick
The
play.
Starkey crowd had a nice little sigh there. They got a little hope here. And you got Ken Starkey throwing the last two, so there's always a chance here. All right. What's the call here, Adam Poley? Looks
I
like,
think you just plug that port.
yeah, make it hard on him. So look at that. Turn of events. Nice shot by Ted on his last stone of the night. He's able to draw to the 4 and get the shot rocked.
Yeah, plug that port. Force him to try and make that. Is that an in-off? Is that what they're called when you run that red back?
Yep. Or get your shooter to come in off. Yep.
No. So just okay. So
Oh.
just a run back. Just run
Okay.
that.
Angle raise.
Yeah, angle raise. Thank you.
Sure.
Get that angle raise going.
I am, well, nobody's playing yet. I do have to stay on call because I got to start the streaming for these other games if they start. So we are sitting here. We got a bunch of familiar faces watching. We got Ed Hunter over here, one of the master drawers of the club, watching. We got Ruth over here even. So this is great. We got a lot of familiar faces out here supporting Team Taryn and Starkey. All friends here at the club. Stu's first of his last two is out of hand. Ken is kind of waiting on it. They need it to curl a little. They might get a nice tick here, though. Yep, nice little tick off. Yep.
All right, so
Plug up the port. Really
I think
nice.
now the shot is the in off.
There is an in off. Ken sees it right away. So, yep, there's the. He did not hesitate. He went right for it. So it's there all day. Oh, geez! Thank gosh, he caught himself. He was skating backwards and forgot there was a guard sitting there on the hog line. So, all in all, banger of a game tonight. Really fun one to call. Championship flight is not disappointing. Winner of this game advances to the finals, 4 o'clock on Saturday. And we are down to the skip stones here. This is the first of Ken Starkey's. And he does have hammer. They are sitting 1, down 2. So
What do we think? Is it the in off that he's
he,
going for
he
here?
definitely called the in
Okay.
off. Yep.
Gotta get across this nose.
It's wide.
And he might. Can he slash it?
Might chip it over.
Just a baby chip. This might be okay.
Oh!
Just didn't have the speed.
So he was going for the in-off. He sent it out a little wide. That in-off is still there. Let's see if
All
Stu
right.
covers
He
it.
still does have one rock. All right.
Let's see what Stu decides to cover here, because he's definitely looking at just... Yeah, Dave's saying let's cover this. Or hit it. Get rid of it. Yeah. So, let's see what they decide. Oh, Stu's coming back. They're going to have a discussion. Oh, nice picture moment here for the Taryn team
Let's get a
with
photo.
their sharp jackets. Chaska Curling Club emblem on the front. Really nice. Oh, yeah, look at this. What a great picture. All right, decision's been made. Stu's ready to throw his last of the game here. Dave Merritt coming back to the house to hold the broom. I think they're just going to... I don't know. I think they're just going to play a soft hit on that, huh? Guess we don't know. Maybe just a straight guard.
Yeah, guard or hit. Get rid of that rock so they can't do anything with it. If you hit that right on the nose, it's game over. The only other draw is coming in hard on this right side.
Which it is
Which it
curling.
is there.
It's tough though.
So yeah,
They are giving Ken Starkey an intern to grab 4, so there is a chance for a tie here.
yeah. This looks like maybe just a light tap.
The weight looks like a guard. Coming down nice.
Sweepers like it.
Yep, it looks like it's just a nice 2 guard there.
Might over curl though. There still might be an opportunity for.
So Ken's got a
In-off.
decision. He might have an in-off here, but he does have an out. He has an intern drop that he can.
From this point of view, I like that.
The in-off.
That draw. No, I like the draw off
I
that
do
other
too.
side.
He's
I
not
feel
even
like he
looking
can get
at
a
it.
full 4.
He's just looking straight in-off.
Yeah, I feel like he can get full 4-foot on that side. I almost want to knock on the window and point over
Don't
there.
do that, Adam.
Oh, I'm not gonna. But
Oh, Leo will give you the death stare. Yep. Nope, Ken's not even
Just-
looking at the intern. He's looking at the in-off, which this is for a tie, too, so he has no chance of winning this
Yep.
game. So, Taryn, job well done. You guys played great
to
tonight.
me, all he needs is full 4, and I swear, I think if he got it out to this
Ken, if you're listening,
side, he could get there.
you're out there. We're not, but as couch skippers, yep. I like. Oh,
He
look
sees
at that.
it now.
All right, we were right.
I think it's there.
He likes it.
I think it's right there. Why play with another
Yep.
rock? Just
Oh yeah, he's going.
just
in.
set yourself and trust it, and drop it in.
It was almost like he skated back and then saw. It was like, oh well, there's an intern.
Yeah.
All right, well here we are.
Sometimes that happens. I don't know.
Eighth
I
end.
get locked in on certain shots and certain ends, and I kind of forget. It's like, all right, we missed that shot. Let's go again. Let's go again. Let's
Yep.
go again. And then sometimes it's good to stop and just reassess.
So the start defense. So watching with anticipation, we got the last rock of the eighth end of the championship semifinals between Starkey and Taryn.
It's there. All he's got to do, I think, is grab half of the 4 foot. Full 4 would get him 2.
And the rock is out of the hand, and it's on its way. Sweepers are judging it. Ted's on it.
Oh, they got to switch sides. I
Ted's
think he's
on
going to
it.
over curl it.
Ted's on it. Yep, you want to go straight, not curl.
Hold her straight.
They did switch sides. Oh, they got to go.
No. 15-6-2. Not
Light.
going to get there.
Game.
That's a
What
good
great game. Taryn advances to the finals in the championship fight.
Good battle.
They are waiting to see if they're going to be taking on RNG or Caldwell. So
4-3 is the final score. Again, came down to last shot. They had it.
yeah, 4-3
Great game.
final. Great game. A lot of rocks in play there at the end. Couple blank ends. So we saw everything. Adam, thanks for calling the game.
Yeah, Niles, that was great.
Yep. Adam and I are playing Saturday. So if there's anybody out there listening that wants to come in and call a game on Saturday, we are looking for a couple announcers. So
Shout out to Luis Yin.
yeah,
Maybe you could come down with somebody and call the
Sure.
final championship
Luis
game.
would be great.
Yeah, he sent me a text and I threw it out there to him. So anybody out there wants to do it. But yeah, we would love to have somebody fill in and cover the championship game 100%. So.
Yep. Otherwise, I'm just going to make Adam sit out, and you'll have to sit up here. And
Yes, Emma's going to do it.
Emma's in. Yep. Our in-house curling expert. All right. We are going to sign off. Make sure you check in for tomorrow's or Saturday's draw, 4 o'clock. We will have somebody covering the game. So,
Yep. And if you do want to do the commentary for it, just call up to the Chaska Curling Center and talk to Jeff or Clay. They'll give you all the info. It's simple. It's fun. You just sit here, enjoy a beverage, and talk. You'll be better than us.
So we are going to start the streaming on sheet 2 and sheet 6. So